Hello, welcome to House of Eidolons. I am Paul Angelo Andrighetti, and I am the GM. I use my last name. Well, now you all know exactly my identity. Also, Penborough is my online name. I'm one of the co-authors of House of Eidolons, and so excited to be back for the continuation of Mission 4, the Delahaye Dilemma. And I will pass it to above me, to Cal.
I am Kel. I play Bucky, who is the local, eco-terrorist. And she's great. She has a new mech suit. And I will pass it to, oh my god, left? I'm trying to, what's the word?
That's to you. That's to you, Jamie.
Yeah.
That's me. That's Jamie. I'm next to Kel. That's me. I'm Jamie. I am playing Lyra, one of our resident scions who just took on a little bit of a new psionic change. I'm excited to see how that pans out. It's not going to bite her in the ass at all, ever.
No. There's never repercussions.
Decisions rarely do.
Yeah.
So,
It'll be great.
Yeah.
And next to me is my husband, Brandon.
I'm Brandon, and I play Magnus Ruthvane. Regular guy. Regular old guy. I have cybernetics and stuff, but I'm regular. Below me is Josh.
Hey, everybody. I'm one of the other co-authors of House of Eidolons with Paul here. Welcome to the stream. Pardon the locale and the dark stream right now. I'm kind of on the road. Up in Minnesota, wonderful news. My father went through open heart surgery, and it was wonderful and went all perfectly smooth. So my dad is alive. It's great. So
Yes.
all the tensions are good. We're here to have fun, and I'm super excited to see y'all again. And I'm going to kick it over to Mr. Connor, that guy.
Hi, I'm Connor, and to make Paul feel less left out, I'm Connor Gary.
Oh, yes.
Find me wherever. The newspaper. I play Relic, our other scion. He is also an avid mall walker.
Those new age sneakers.
General Renaissance man. What isn't Relic?
That's true.
That's me. And with that, I'll hand it back to Paul.
All right. So as a recap for House of Eidolons, our team is House of Autumn's End. They have been through quite a number of missions, and the last mission they were on, they were out searching for a mythical character and not having enough time and really to enjoy looking for people, even though that mission dragged on for several missions long. They decided to take on yet another mission where they are searching for somebody who they don't know where he is. So this team really likes to find people.
Relic just didn't want to hurt people again. He needed a break.
It's true. Relic doesn't want to keep hurting folks.
So where we left off, the team is looking for one Geralt Delahaye. He is an investment banker who has sort of vanished into thin air, though there's nothing, at least on the surface, that would have indicated that he was in grave danger. The team took on the mission and began to investigate and discovered a number of possibly concerning things. Delahaye was negotiating brokering basically a purchase of a smaller company known as Impossible Mind by the mega corporation Violet Industries. They came to learn that Impossible Mind, which mainly focused on super containment, had developed a system to essentially self-contain Lunar 12 reactor explosions, Luna 8, which everyone in our world understands is a powerful psionic conductive material. It's what allows for people like Lyra. However, Luna 8, through typical normal reactor function, only comes in very tiny amounts. But through detonating lunar 12 explosive, you can create quite a bit of it. Our previous season, we learned that a couple of times, actually. And it is because that Impossible Mind got the idea to start to contain this process and find out a way to mass produce Luna 8. With Impossible Mind being transferred over to Violet Industries, but at the very last minute, Mr. Delahaye cancels the takeover and instead offers it to Robotica. Turns out that Mr. Delahaye's sister is married to somebody high up in Robotica, or at least somebody who's connected to somebody who's high up in Robotica, thus raising suspicions as to is this a favor for a family member? But either way, it was done without his partner knowing. And so Delahaye got into a large argument with his co-partner in the business. He was seen arguing with a mysterious man on a screen. They pulled that footage. No one recognized who this person was, but they were able to track down a logo on that video to a faction known as the Bryson Kane faction. No one really knows what that faction is. Some sort of clandestine third party also somehow involved in this. The team did learn, however, that there was good possibility that Geralt headed off to the home, his father's home, now deceased father about 6 months ago, had a home in Arizona. Most of the team headed off to Arizona in the previous mission, finally had the opportunity to hand off the nuclear key that they found in episode 1 to the leader of their house, a very pedant. Somehow, Riken's memory has been altered. He has no recollection of this, but neither does Yumiko or the person who brokered the handoff. You see, it never took place. Now Riken has notified Yumiko of this and has a meeting with the head of the House of Autumn's End to likely probe into his mind and figure out what took place, as now there is a nuclear key with a nuclear weapon sitting stationary, perhaps the last nuclear weapon on the Earth. That is where we begin tonight's session. Anything I missed in the recap, team?
Not really, no.
I don't think so.
So where we will begin is we will begin with the team headed off to Arizona. Riken, you are staying back in New York. The team, you guys take an HV out to hovercraft out to Arizona. A bit of a trip, but it keeps you under the radar. It's not like taking a plane or anything like that. As you get to Arizona and you are headed for the father's house of Mr. Geralt, you're passing through or passing by nearby a large reservation land. And this is typical Arizona. It is large, sprawling, not desert like sand desert, but rocky desert shrub. Not a heck of a lot of life still in much of Arizona. Phoenix, of course, is quite large, but this is far from. It's dry, it's hot. And as you guys are making your way out there, is there anything left that you all wanted to discuss? Any contacts you wanted to reach out to as you made your way out to Arizona? And remind me, was there anybody you were waiting to hear back from?
I had already heard back from my folks, so I am good.
Yeah, I think I got everything I was gonna get.
Okay.
I think I followed up with Whisper for any information on the man that had been in the meeting with him?
Yes. And he had gotten back to you saying that there wasn't
Yeah.
even any sort of
Tracing.
he couldn't
or
even get
something,
facial
right?
recognition
Okay.
through the dark, through submersion space, kind of the underbelly of Omni,
That's
and this
okay.
person is a ghost. He said he would continue digging, but and into like Bryson Kane faction. Again,
Yeah.
something he's never
There was
heard
nothing.
of. but-
Okay. I think I thought I remembered that, but I couldn't remember if there. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we find ourselves, and we're gonna go straight into it. We find ourselves. One moment. Coming in. Going to activate the scene.
Ooh. I hate the weather here.
I do like that the future is still like very different, like, but still no one lives in Arizona. Like, it's
large
we're stuck in Phoenix.
Everywhere else barren.
Yeah.
Lyra is basking in the heat. She's loving every second of it.
I will note, Sedona is still a spiritual vortex for hippies, though.
Oh, of course.
It's a big Luddite.
It's also
spot.
one of
They're
the
like,
most
"You don't need
expensive
that in
places
your
to
head."
live now. They have like very strict zoning control. Yes,
I love that.
it's outrageously expensive. Okay.
That's good.
I mean, you've watched
So-
House Hunters before, right? Yeah, you know, I'm a barista, and he sells color palettes, and you know, our budget's 4.8 million.
So you arrive at this. You know, it's not a trailer park like a trailer house, but it is like the next step. It's like a shotgun, very worn down. The paint has long since peeled off. Like his dad lived in pretty high poverty. You can see out behind there is a field that is now overgrown with all kinds of shrub and stuff like that, but likely at some point had been farmed, whatever you farm out here. There's like an old broken down tractor far off in the distance. Broken down, very damaged, old car. Looks like over to your right. Looks like likely a gas car. Yeah, you can hear the distant sound, however, of a generator running, seemingly around behind kind of the northeastern
Is it,
side
like a
of
gas
the house.
generator? Is it like an electric, like a? I'm only asking because, like, you said there was a gas car. Like, I'm curious how off-grid this sort of place is.
Go ahead and make a awareness followed by a machining check.
Yeah, all right. 9 on the awareness check.
Yep.
And the machining is a 9 also.
A 9. You can't tell. You just hear kind of metal, whatever it is. It's not in the best shape.
Okay.
You know that because you hear like the clanking and some fans pivoting and turning.
Sweet. Okay.
Other than that, it is just eerily quiet. Kind of a hot wind blowing. Kind of midday when you arrive.
I'm gonna via
You
Oh,
You
go
can
ahead.
also see that most of the windows have been boarded up.
Perfect.
Hmm.
That changes exactly what I was gonna do. That's fantastic, though.
Now, I will say, they're boarded up, but like if you're looking to go look through windows, I mean, feel free to move around the premises. It looks like it was definitely a.
I'm gonna tell everyone via comms. I'm going to check it out. You keep in touch. and I will go invisible. And
Okay.
I would like to stealth climb up onto the roof and turn on my NMRs and get a look at the building from the top down. W? Sorry. It's a W.
So you move over to the building.
I'm trying.
They're not letting you move. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a climb.
It will be most definitely a climb. I'm not a jumpy kind of guy.
Also, I'll need you to make a stealth. And for those who are watching, our agent Magnus Ruthfane had things actively.
If I could make the
virtually-
predator sound effects, I would.
Yes.
18 on stealth.
18. Okay. Great.
Wanted to activate my
11.
11.
Okay.
Rubella.
Magnus, it takes a minute for you to get up, not because you're not a good climber, but because this building is like a piece of siding will fall out and stuff. So you kind of scamper up. It makes a bit of noise, but you do get on top. And believe it or not, I didn't actually prepare a, what is the chances they're going on the roof of a derelict house? Probably not likely.
Wow.
Every time. I prepare so many roofs
Well,
that never.
I will say the only reason that I even thought of it is because I now have the pivot cleats, which aid me in my climb checks, and they are deployable. So,
Alright, I'll start putting
on
that
everything.
Yeah.
The floor.
You have a pool.
well, let's
It
keep in
has
mind
a
I only have a 2-inch.
I love that.
So you can feel free to move the roof of the building, and
Okay.
you can
Wow.
open up doors as you.
I love the mattress up against the wall. That
Yeah,
is really
saggy too. Saggy mattress.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you can open up the door. Bedrooms. This one that you're looking down into, you can see a very not so appealing mattress. But you do see a relative.
I would be keeping everyone in the know of what I'm seeing as I'm kind of like combing over everything.
Sure.
I would note clean clothes in here to everybody, saggy mattress on the wall in the first room.
Looks like a main room here. Kitchen.
In the kitchen.
I like this. This is like the most low energy, like realtor walk.
Does it smell like vanilla in the house? If not, they're failing.
They did not
This
put
room,
cookies in yet.
there's an old set of TV screens, a really derelict chair, and that's about it. Geralt's
We'd say rustic.
If I peek out a window or anything, does it seem to go outside, or is it another
that's
room?
outside. Yep, that's over the
Oh yeah, I'm
edge, so
sorry. I'm
that's the
looking
front
from the
door.
roof, so I can just like
In
peek
the
my head over.
generator, this machine over here is this ratchety generator box, and it seems to be still on.
Can I turn on infrared and look for some heat sources? Like, no, that's specifically Omnitech, though. Sorry, I'm working out of my head.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to look for like heat from
Yeah,
electronics.
I mean, when you switch over to your infrared, certainly the generator's creating heat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just about everything else in the house is not.
I'm like, oh, I actually can't see. Never mind.
going on in this house?
Yeah, this place
The
is there's
room
something
is-
big happening right under this whole place.
If this roof is a
That's okay. He's not smart. Okay, I would relay all that. And Bucky, you're with us, right? Do you all want to make your way to the generator? Maybe we can follow the line and see.
Sounds good. Oh, do you want me to go, or do you want your new best friend, my suit, to check it out?
Yes, I will be at the generator waiting.
Bucky, that is absurd. He addressed you. My name is Shogun.
Yes, I am at the generator.
Alright. Oh, okay. I will make my way over. Give me a second.
Lyra and Malik, do feel free to move around too.
I'm gonna stick with
Okay.
Bucky.
Yeah.
Actually,
Not
she's
all of
going
us
around to the
fancy
generator.
ladies.
I am going to inspect the car here.
Oh,
Like any sign.
Secret hatch beneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Like. Yeah.
go ahead and make.
Okay, that's an 11.
On the side of it, in it's like this old rusty red, is it says Son of Crow. As relic, as you like kind of look inside the car, you see yourself moments in the future reaching for the glove box, and inside is
And I do just
Okay.
that, believe it or not.
you open it up.
Yeah.
There is an old, I mean, this is old revolver. This is yeah, this isn't a sick
Colt
revolver.
45,
Yeah.
the gun that won
Yeah.
the West.
Inside is also kind of like wrapped around its handle with a rubber band.
Okay, yes. I will read the note.
It's very simple. It says, Jim, this ain't much. We'll keep you safe. Your friend.
Well, found something in the car over here. A plastic pistol. Familiar with the Son of Crow?
Hold on.
But it can make a streetwise check if they would like to.
That's my specialty.
Magnus, man of the people.
Okay.
It's an impressive roll, isn't it?
Oh, man.
16.
Oh,
16.
you know what?
We're still waiting on Magnus's number.
Agnes, yeah,
An
I can't wait to
18.
hear.
It's a
18.
base roll at 18.
I got
Yeah.
I got a 13.
Nice. Lyra and Magnus, you don't know who this Son of Crow is. However, likely it is somebody from the reservation. And likely a powerful figure.
Also says chinches. That's Spanish for bedbugs.
I would share that.
Did you share bedbugs?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's about.
Magnus and Lyra, you guys know that in general, much sure, actually do quite a bit of smuggling and gun running, drug running, different things like that for different gang syndicates or whatever, through very desolate areas to stay out of the corporate and political and law enforcement eyes. And so likely the son of Crow, you would just know in general, this guy's likely somebody involved in the nearby reservation who would have some amount of power.
Interesting.
And kind of going around here, I just want to like check the trunk and stuff, see if there's anything else important in it.
Yeah, most of the rest is pretty dinged up. You see a couple bullet holes, though they look quite old, and it looks more like it was designed, shot at. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. There's some cans and stuff that have clearly been missed. I like that.
Yeah. There's like a half target now, kind of bleached by the sun that used to be drawn on there.
Sweet. Anyway, I'll head over to the rest, but I'll be like, oh, well, I'll keep the pistol if for no other reason. This is a quite interesting artifact. They don't.
Hey,
make
watch
it
where
like
you
this
point
in-
that thing. Get your
Oh, right,
finger
right.
off the trigger.
Yeah, right. Every gun is a loaded gun. Yes.
I mean, you
Really,
could.
do you actually have any experience with firearms?
You don't
Well,
look like you do.
I have
Do you-
experience in the
We
theory
should
of
probably-
firearms.
If you're gonna hold on
Firearm
to
I
it,
have
you should
read a
probably-
book about them.
The
If you're gonna hold
creation
on
of
to it, we should
gunpowder
probably-
really is
we
a
should
fascinating
probably
story.
disarm it. I just
Oh.
maybe as an idea, disarm it.
What,
you
the
know?
firearm? Listen, the DuPont family, if you're unfamiliar with them,
Oh,
they're on the east
brother.
coast of the United States, man.
Just pop the bullets out. Just
Relic
pull
will
it out.
put it sort of in a container
In
or
his belt?
something.
Are you
Yeah,
are you sure
in his
about-
armored belt?
You're gonna shoot your own
Yeah.
foot.
He
Relic,
doesn't
Relic,
have his
please?
finger on the trigger anymore.
Please,
Relic
I
that
have
knows
Lyra?
gun
experience with
safety.
actual firearms. Please, don't blow your ass off.
Oh, I won't. I know how a gun works.
Are you,
know. I
sir?
kind of stash it.
Relic, can you
Swear to
make a
God,
firearm
Connor.
check for me?
I would love to make a firearms.
I'm gonna get shot. God damn it.
That's a 12.
That's
Okay,
good.
you are able to holster it in your belt like a gangster, no problem.
Very cool.
You kind of feel cool now.
Yeah.
You three at the generator. What are you guys doing? Just kind of standing around it?
I would have been evaluating it to understand, is it giving power to the house only? Is it giving power to another location? I'm trying to kind of trace what it's fueling.
Seeing as that there is like the closest house from here is like on the horizon. I mean, it's pretty barren.
Yeah.
There's a trailer park not terribly far away, but still, it would be
I'll
several miles.
clarify. I just want to make sure there's not like conduit going into the ground. That this would be fueling a little underground bunker or something like that.
Go ahead and make a machining check.
And that's where Levi comes in. I'll make
Yeah,
a
this
machining
is
check as
definitely-
well.
I
There
did
we
indeed
go.
call you over for exactly that. So
Yeah.
Just have Lyra lift it up off the ground and see if there's wires underneath.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A 16.
16. Bucky, yes, this is actually sending electricity downward. It's an old school hydrogen generator. So not like Lunar 12 tech, but not as crude as gas. So it definitely put in, likely not by the old owner of the house, who seemingly was driving a gas-powered car. And this definitely looks like the generator itself is likely more expensive than the whole house and property.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'll relay that information. And
I will also note, Bucky, you would also know, because it's a hydrogen generator, this is not connected to Omnian. This is machinery that is not.
seeing as it feels like it's probably the in between of the old times and anything Omnian oriented right now. We probably do have it running somewhere. We just need to figure out where it's going.
Yes, that is exactly the conclusion I came to. I rolled a 3, by the way. Yeah.
Of course you did.
Let me just check your work here. Oh yeah.
Yes, it all checks out. So there is, I would imagine the inside of the home is where our entrance is, unless you missed anything over at the vehicle.
No, I don't think I did. You could check it out for yourself. Just this note.
Well, I can give it a once over, but
Let's rip the floors up.
there is clean clothes. Well, you want to be as least destructive as possible, I would think. This is someone's real estate, right? I mean,
It probably
Such as it is.
is owned by the same
no,
person.
we do not want anyone to know that we are here, right? We are.
True.
Yes. Can I take a look at the vehicle? I'll probably turn on MMW, see if like the bottom of it doesn't have like a little hatch underneath.
Go ahead and make an inspection check. I mean awareness.
Okay.
Inspection. We don't have inspection. That's not in any game I know of.
He's
Maybe
making
Call of
up a new
Cthulhu.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Now the theme song to Inspector Gadget is playing in my head.
That will be me one day. 14.
14.
Yes.
No, you don't find anything of terrible interest or importance. Yeah, just kind of busted down. You see the same sort of graffiti on the side and the bullet holes. Yeah, it's a busted old car.
It all looks clear to me. So, we find a clever way inside.
I'll follow you.
Oh, well, can you see me? Well, is this not working? I'll open something for you. Hold on. Windows are boarded. Ventilation
Most of
in
them,
here.
yeah. I mean, there's some like up on the near the rooftop airflow, kind of. Not like actual air ducts
yeah,
or
I was
anything
gonna say.
like that.
I'm gonna go up to the roof to attempt to get in through that way.
Okay,
Slatted old
okay.
stuff.
So you jump up onto the roof.
Okay.
I
would like to be as stealthy as possible.
Of course. Yeah. So you climb back up. You are walking around on the roof. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like old, super rusted tin roof. Most of the places that you're walking.
Yes. Watching. There it is. $15.
15. Okay. As you're walking at this part of the kitchen, you hear a snap underneath your foot and barely dodge out of the way as the roof collapses inward.
I
Around
have
the kitchen.
found a means of ingress. Just a moment. I'm going to. If I can get in there.
Buttery.
You hop on down into the building.
Yes.
It is quiet. Definitely no like AC going on.
Best does not get. Hold on. Wait a minute. As I go across this carpet, does it sound the same as
I'll
walking
make
on
an
the
awareness
floor?
check.
And I get a bonus to that with my little ears. That's plus 10.
It does
Good.
sound the same.
The door?
Build this house.
Take a look.
Alright.
Make sure there's no like cans that hold like gunpowder and phosphorus in them hanging from something or something like that. Like,
Go ahead and make an
I wanna
awareness
open
check
this
for me.
door and fucking explode myself with some hillbilly trap.
Roadrunner used to own this house, so
A little better.
Good lord.
this door says Acme.
16.
16. No, there is no redneck booby trap waiting for you.
All right. They really are they are a people of ingenuity. So I will unlock the door and open it up a little bit. You are clear to come in. Be careful. The carpet here, when you walk across it, sounds exactly the same as everywhere else. But it's vicious to me.
Real project.
It is disgusting.
Yeah.
House Hunter is Autumn's entertainment.
I purposefully have my pivot cleats on just so my feet don't actually come in contact with the
The floor.
my claws like get in place.
What's this?
Well, that's the doorway to a stairway.
Oh god.
Okay, all right.
Wait,
I'm not
wait.
here. Lincoln's not
Dark
here.
stairways.
Yes, actually.
Sorry, it's happened twice already.
Oh well, now I feel like everyone
So
knows
you know
we're
how the
here
saying
now.
goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, we're gonna tie you up and make you sit out.
Someone's on timeout.
Okay, let's just die together.
Hold on.
Agreed.
I don't think anyone is against that.
Indeed. Do you hear anything coming from it, Magnus?
Ah, that's a fantastic idea. Hold on. Allow me to press my ear to the door using my heightened senses.
Make an awareness check.
I think on camera, Josh, it looked like we were actually listening to
I know. I swear tonight just feels like an episode of SNL.
16.
You hear the low buzz.
19.
Oh,
Sorry.
19. Very
19.
good. You hear the low buzz of cheap, some sort of lights on downstairs. Yeah. Yeah, or old, either one. But that's about it. Otherwise, it's just
Too quiet. I hear cheap press and glass. I wanted to look at one thing before we went down there. Keeping an eye out. Going to the room with the pile of what looks like clothes.
Yep.
Are they fucking super old?
No. They're actually like today, but like modern day designer clothing.
Shit, I don't know what this dude smells like. So I
But you
can't.
could find, you could get whoever this clothes belong to.
Yes,
smell.
that is. I would like to identify that scent, and also, is there a way for me to know how long it has been since they have been discarded. For example, tasting the sweat using the
Armpits?
collar. Let's
Okay.
go collar. Sun beats down on the neck.
You might not get a good enough taste.
Yeah, I don't know.
Flavor needs to be key. I want to know about the after notes. Right.
I will look 2 ways. I'm invisible. Close the door. Pick up
I
the collar.
stuffed the whole
and...
thing in my mouth.
No, it's technology. I'll deploy the fucking little scanny things from my mouth or something. I'm not licking that.
I think
My
we have
tongue
to
comes
defer
out
to God
split.
for this one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the tongue. Anyways, so you give the collar a lick, and go ahead and make an awareness check. I think does the olfactory or does the composite taster give bonuses?
Oh yes, it does. I was right here. I still need to switch sheets. Sorry, but 2 seconds. We're almost there.
No worries.
Composite taster.
For those watching, the composite taster is a cybernetic that goes inside of the mouth when you have the cybernetic nose called the bloodhound, which lets you smell. You can get the composite taster, which also allows you to basically pick up all of the different elements of, well, really of what things are made of by licking them or eating them. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I can. Yes, my salivation glands are modified and connected to an advanced detection system capable of detecting and recording the composite parts of objects in the mouth. A favorite among chefs, effective but unsavory amongst detective work. That's me.
That's the quote that's in the book, folks.
That's so funny. Yeah, so many of these. I'm like, when would that come up? Wow.
Okay, so it actually doesn't look.
Yeah,
like
okay.
there-
It just lets
there are
you
no
kind of
performances.
utilize.
Yeah,
That's
it
fine.
looks like if I do well enough, I get to know
Yeah.
that specific stuff. Okay,
Go ahead and make an awareness check.
fine.
I mean, just having it allows you the access to it, so I'm not going to set some like godly threshold unless it's like
It's a 17, anyways.
70. All right, yeah.
Not too
Okay,
bad.
Magnus. Taste the saltiness. You taste the skin cells, the fabric, the cotton. You know, it's probably the sweat components are probably only about a day old.
This individual has been here recently. Also, this is real designer. Okay,
Yeah.
I will open the door.
Ties it over his shoulders.
Right. There was someone here within the last day who discarded some clothing here.
Which fraternity did you pledge to?
Let us be cautious. Moving forward.
Are you headed down?
We'll be able to pick up the scent of that
I
person
know the
if they're
scent
done
now. I do not have. I don't think this is the same as the Bloodhound, where I can like lock it in. I just.
No, you could already have that scent. And you do detect that the scent has gone down these stairs before.
Right. Yes, the scent of the individual has traveled down these stairs. We're on the right track. Bucky, what are you doing?
I'm
Good
coming
take.
with you guys. I'm not leaving anyone behind this
Why
time.
did you say that? It makes me think you will.
Are you all headed down?
Yes.
Carefully,
I'm headed
slowly.
down.
Everyone, be
You're gonna
quiet
have
and be
to-
calm.
Don't panic.
Bucky's like, I made this choice. I gave you all ample warning.
Alright.
As soon as we get
You guys
down
move
here,
into the
I'm
basement.
breaking off from these guys a little bit. I'm not going to go super far away, but I am going to be in a different box.
I am also going to roll stealth. Coming down these stairs, Relic will attempt to be as stealthy as he can be, which
This
is
is gonna
not
be great.
great.
Ooh,
4, 5,
so
6,
stealthy, Relic. Bucky, are you
7.
even trying?
Hey guys, I'm gonna try to be stealthy, but I have a -10.
It's all right.
That's right, you
It'll
roll
still probably be
5d6.
better than Relic though
You
on
will
your
still
5d6.
probably beat Relic, so don't worry. Especially with your dice. 40.
All right, let's see.
Bucky, I was not made for stealth operations, rather combat.
Listen, we're gonna try anyway because you don't know what's down here. I don't know what's down here, so how do you know what's down here?
I do not know what's down here.
17 minus 10 is 7.
Oh, you guys matched. Look at that.
Look at that.
Myra, how about you? Are you stealthing?
Clunking through the darkness
Yeah, we'll
together.
go.
All it took was
Yeah.
a -10 penalty.
I have this image of Magnus low and creeping in the darkness. Relic and Bucky are holding hands, skipping on the
We're skipping with quiet intention.
I rolled garbage. I rolled a 6, but I will activate my active camouflage.
Okay, cool. Well, looks like that's why y'all have Magnus.
Yeah.
The three of you
Where?
are scuffling around. Why don't we start with Magnus since he is the one most stealthy? Where are you going, Magnus?
First, I am, as I hear and see them all, even though they cannot see me, I hang my head in shame and I say, I wish Riken were here. And then I will, as we get down, I'm going opposite direction of them, and I would let them know. I'm not like going rogue. I'm just like, I'm splitting off from you all. You're loud.
Okay, as you head up, you see out in front of you there looks to be like 3 large breaker generator boxes, and like different wires, exposed wires and stuff that have been hooked up. And then at the very end, you see a tiny little blinking red light on a old school telephone box with literally a corded phone. You actually, can you go ahead and make a machining or technicianing, whichever one you would like, check for me?
Yes, and that doesn't matter for me. We go back to here. I'll do technician. Oh my god. 10.
10. Okay. Yes, you have recognized these in books about the history of telecommunication. This is the old way that people used to communicate before things that were called cell phones.
Relic, there is an old telephone here. You're going to shit your armor.
This is incredible.
Oh,
We
just
can
hold on
run
now.
with it.
Hold on now. Just hold on. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna just cuddle up next to these wires. What am I looking at in that room? Hold on. Let me move.
Yeah, from this vantage point, first you recognize on the floor there's spray painted large white letters on the concrete floor that says stop.
Take note of this on the floor.
You also see a chair, and then you see actually a table with multiple modern guns on them.
Can I turn on my MMW?
Yeah.
And see if I'm able to get a look through this wall. I don't know if it's too thick.
Have I? Let me give it.
Oh yeah, I don't have visibility with it.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Okay, so you look through. Inside of the room, you see there is a trunk, the table with the guns on it, a kind of table with a whole bunch of like tons of paperwork. The walls are covered with paperwork with like strings drawn between each different sort of pieces. There's a cupboard, and then there is a safe, and attached to the safe are two large propane-ish looking canisters wired up to a blinking device on top of the safe.
All right, everyone. So it looks like there is a bomb down here. Just gonna throw that out there right away. There's also a lot of documentation. We must maybe move fast, but also maybe not. We shall see. Is there any way that I can evaluate, like, are there numbers clicking down? Is it... Do I need to get
the MMW gives you largely, like...
Oh, shit.
Some amount of clarity through, but not the amount that you would have with normal vision. So you would definitely have to be inside to take better note of the environment. Although you have the if you adjust it out of MMW and just kind of used your enhanced Cyber Oculus to zoom in.
Yes, as I move in front, I would be discarding MMW and then just going with my...
Yeah. So you look over at the safe. There's no digital digital screen component to it, and in pulling up the overlay, there's also no overlay activity around this. So this is a purely Omni detached mechanical device of some sort. We don't know what its purpose is, but it's some sort of device that is purely mechanical and not tied to Omni Ed.
Don't we?
And wired to the top of the
No
safe.
one knows what this could possibly be.
You have no idea.
Definitely, my gut is saying bomb, but it could not be that. So, everyone, I'm going to ask you this question. Would you like me to go in here and take a look around, or does someone else want to do so? Or do we all want to go in? It does say stop here, which is interesting. Maybe we evaluate to ensure there's nothing waiting for people to get close enough for it to explode.
Perhaps there's some sort of barrier we cannot see that will start a theoretical, we don't know, is a bomb. We may wish to be careful near the threshold.
Yes.
We're going to check out this phone.
Fuck with that, Magnus. I, on the other hand, have a much more important thing to do.
He's in over his head with that bomb. Everybody got all on his first. He can't handle a gun, apparently, so he's gonna start looking at the telephone.
Over here.
1-800.
Carrot Top used to say.
So,
Feel free, and by the way, people can feel free to move where they would want to. Just know that where you move might have ramifications.
The other side in front of this very apparent stop. And stay right here. You know? There's a big stop sign. I'm learning my lesson to not run it.
This mission uses the tail and Bucky. Yeah.
Which person has what?
Yeah, we. So it really.
Yeah, we're not.
Riken is so
Tell that to Riken's face. He's just sobbing, thinking, "Yep, I let her best friend get killed by zombies. Totally succeeded."
Relic, what are you doing?
Okay, Relic.
That's
yes.
A gas tank of some kind.
Does it look, to my untrained eye, like it's hooked up to anything? Like
That requires a machining check.
Just call over Bucky.
Jack, but he will be
Call Bucky. Yeah.
be talking to Bucky too, especially when he rolls a 4, so he has
The rolls are not
It's
hot,
metal.
right?
This is definitely not connect. Like you kind of like lift it a little bit, and you're like, it's probably empty. Yeah.
There appears
Yep,
to be
I'm
a
here. What's up?
rather empty device over here. You just interested to check it out. And then I am mostly unremarkable. He's going to just like check these, see if there's anything like sticking out of these crates.
Go ahead and make an awareness check, Relic. Bucky, what
I'm
are you
gonna
doing?
start moving to the unremarkable thing just to ease his mind. And I'll go ahead and make a machining check.
When you're done, I did have a thought.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
18.
I'll kind of run player by player. Bucky, there's definitely a wire that is running under the cemently full. It is not an empty gas canister. It is a very full gas canister. There's some sort of machining contraption on the top. It looks very jerry-rigged.
I'll go ahead and relay
I got a
this
13
to
on my word.
Relic and just, hey, so this actually is remarkable, not unremarkable. The tiles, and there is something like rigged on top.
Relic. As you open up the crates, it looks like a whole bunch of mundane, very in pots and pans, old moth-eaten quilts and blankets,
Stickers on the side of the box
clothing.
that says Storage Wars 2020.
Yeah, it looks like likely this is just Delahaye seniors
I love it.
belongings.
All right, that's all Relic will do right
Okay. Bucky, was there anything else you were doing?
Sure, I'm such a mature choice right now to not dissect this rigged can.
So just want you to know that I am not ending all of our lives. I will go ahead and let it go for now, but just making sure the team knows that this is like rigged.
Did you say old guys?
Yeah, I think you mean men in their prime.
Yes, absolutely. This is
Small shake in the voice.
How long does it take you to walk around the mall?
yes, yes. What is your
Um,
recorded?
Usually
Lyra.
about 3 to 4 minutes.
Was there anything you wanted to do other than chaperoning?
Honestly, Lyra's keeping an eye out. You know, this place is clearly trapped, rigged in some way, and we're not sure how. She's keeping an eye out for like pressure plates and shit in the floor, ready to like pick people up last second
Okay.
if she has to.
Go ahead and make a machining check. You're just like looking around your vicinity you're currently in.
Yeah.
Not that I'm there, but
really good.
Lyra doesn't feel snackish or peckish, does she?
Hey, listen.
She does not. She does not because she has the cool metabolism thing now.
Oh, yes, yes.
That was a 14 machining check.
14. In your kind of vicinity, you do not detect any sort of booby trap
Okay.
on the flooring. And I would say like within, out to like where Relic is and down to like the stop area where Bucky's standing and around there all seems
Okay.
Two things.
Magnus, what do you-
First, having looked at the not bomb on the safe,
Mhm.
I would like to, seeing that there are wires and such, I would like to move. I would like to move. Where am I at? There I am. And examine them to see if they are active and maybe hooked up to any of the other things in this room.
Go ahead and make a machine check.
Will do.
18.
It's an 18.
Yes.
Okay,
You
hold on.
carefully manipulate the wires, and you can tell that they are in fact active. A breaker, but it's never been set up. But you're guessing that the generator outside is pumping down energy into these other stuff.
I will relay this information to everyone else. This is an active unit here. It is live. So the other goal was to assess that and then kind of return to where I was and try and take note if there are any wires that go to the safe. Are they coming from like conduit on the wall? Is this a self-contained unit? Disarmed via the panel. Just trying to put it together here.
Well, you can't see under the safe or anything like that, but the wires you do see strapped to the top of the safe, and then going to the tanks on either side of the safe.
It appears self-contained. I am going to take a look at this old telephonic device.
Well, for Relic, how do you feel about that?
Shame, but I don't want to. I've apparently made a mechanical mishap already.
Walk over to the phone. The phone has no keys or dial on it. All it has is a little knob. And actually, why don't you go ahead and make academics? Well, you can feel free to walk up if you want.
Bucky helps with the machining and the generator.
Well, if you would
Well,
like.
what do you know of this?
Well, did you know we have records, this is true, of telephonic acoustic devices not...
Interestingly enough, even they could transmit a base electrical signal. And they were oftentimes wired to transmitters locally as well.
You know, I think...
Levi is
Alright. Oh, that was, Harry, that was actually a remarkably good relic roll, too, for this. He's clearly excited. This is academics.
Yep.
Awesome. 12, 13, 14.
This is not how phones are supposed to look. This is actually a AM radio dial.
Look at this! Now, this is a tuning device. AM, FM tuner, you're saying on, is it? Oh,
Just AM.
all right.
Just AM
Cool,
tuner.
cool.
Yes, attached to this device, like it's a phone, but there is no keypad. It's just like a AM radio tuner.
Now, Bucky, I don't know how well storied you
I
are
know
on
a lot.
telephonic mechanical portmanteau of a telephone and an AM dialer. I'd be careful. This is highly suspicious.
Is it on a specific, like, is it on a specific channel?
It's
right now?
always on a
Is it
specific
tuned to a specific
channel. It's just, is that an actual channel? Is the
Something that
question.
we all need to be careful of before we move forward, which
You've never listened to an AM radio in your
I
life.
can I read the AM thing and then like?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
would like to read the AM like signal.
oh shit!
Excellent. Knowing Alec, try to like see what's broadcast on that channel. Like, is the EMS
Like opening up the overlay.
like, well, I mean, yeah, I'm
Oh.
trying to like listen in. Just is there a message being
There's no
Yep.
speakers or anything. There is
Oh.
a phone receiver. So unless you
So that's
Hey,
the
so
one
maybe we
thing the
shouldn't,
EMS doesn't allow us to do is listen to
Hey, so
EMS.
let's
I
not
love
pick up
that
the
is
phone
why-
just in case it triggers
Yes,
something.
Bucky, obviously we're not going to pick up the phone in case it triggers something. Why do you think we're standing around the phone?
Make a mistake.
I am trying to be responsible. I'm trying.
Why don't we all just take a couple of deep breaths?
We are speaking each other's minds. My breath is calm as a top of water.
EMS is not designed to take
Neck stands up.
the EMS is not designed to take in all kinds. It does on the amount of junk out there. No, yes, it's specifically tuned to omni-end and omni-end connectivity.
Can I go ahead and make a machining check just to understand the
And
wires
I
on the
will look
phone?
up that
and-
yes, like
Okay.
search.
Yeah,
the
102.8 AM stations for Arizona. Hey, actually, why don't you make a net diving check? This is not a
Black.
typical check that people are
Yeah,
making
oh, I
these
imagine
days.
not. Yeah.
Coinciding with,
16.
with Bucky's machining, I would like to make a technicianing, if applicable, to see if this is a local broadcast, i.e., maybe there is a receiver on the thing in the other room, and this is attached to it in some way.
I got
Sure,
an
sure.
11 on
Go
my
ahead and make a
net dive.
technician. Bucky, as far as you can tell, there is this is connected to a single wire, which looks like the primary power source. Runs into the wall, what you assume is running over to the breakers and machinery over on the north side of the house, and then just a simple cable. You do not see any sort of, other than like the classic, just kind of like little divot down piece when you put the phone on that would click down to shut off the receiver. You don't see anything else about the phone that would indicate there's not like another wire or some sort of suspicious looking jerry-rigged lever or contraption. It just looks like a typical phone receiver.
Guys, I
Relic?
think it might just be a phone.
Relic, it's gonna take some. You're busy. You're not
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good with net diving in the first place,
Yes,
and
yes.
the overlay. So you're just busy
Yeah,
scrolling
I'm-
through,
yeah,
trying to find
I'm looking
anything.
through an old forum. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. That's good.
Magnus, what did you get for technicianing?
An 18.
18. Magnus, this, well, you do know AM waves can go quite far, hence AM's one advantage over FM radio. However, this device looks to not be, or the receiver and the whole contraption in general, you suspect it is likely being used at a local level. And I will tag team this with your streetwise. You do know that a lot of smuggling outfits utilize some of these old, unused radio wave communications.
Okay. I think unless there is someone we need to speak to, we hold off on this for now, lest we spook someone. There is documentation on the table in here.
Relic.
Yep.
You finally come across some forum on Arizona airwaves or whatever. 102.8 is not. To your knowledge, it would just be static.
Okay.
Did you
Could
just
Relic
give
make a streetwise check to see if he knows the info that Magnus does? That like, because what I want to do is reach out to my girl Pandora to see if this is something like a radio wave that she would know.
You can
about.
make a streetwise check.
All right.
Streetwise check, yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12.
12. You suspect, not certainly as much as like Magnus kind of very much knowing, but you suspect that the AM is likely a local use thing, and yeah, and that it's certainly probably here in the basement. It's probably being utilized to receive.
I will send a text message to Pandora to see if she like knows any derelict drone folks in the area or anything who might know more about this radio frequency, what it might be used for, where it might be broadcast from, that kind of stuff. And I'm happy to throw some influence at that as well.
Yeah, if you want to throw some influence at that.
Nice.
It won't hurt.
7 left. I will throw. She is level 2, so I will throw 4 influence. So that's 5 dice.
Oh, that's so balanced of you.
I know,
Conrad.
right?
What is happening?
Isn't this wild? Yeah. Okay. 23.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and send that over to her.
Excellent.
What are y'all doing? Lyra, you haven't said anything or done anything as of late. Why don't I open it up to you? Is there anything you're doing?
Lyra, which entrances have been used thus far to enter this
No one has
room?
entered that room.
No one has entered that room at all. Lyra
Correct.
would like to get right up close to the stop painted on the floor, and she would like to probably cycle through her different cyber oculus visions to see if she can notice anything just unusual at all, any hidden stuff in the walls, any evidence of like the doors themselves are booby trapped.
Go ahead and make a awareness check.
I always lose where they are. 15.
While cycling through your MMW and looking at the floor, you recognize that the first 2 tiles in the room, it looks like there might be a compression plate underneath them.
I will immediately relay that to my teammates. And then I would like to circle around to the other door, to the other stop, rather, and check at that entrance the same way.
Yep. You find at the other entrance, you have to move yourself around if you hit a collidable object. You find at the other entrance, not immediately in front of the stop, but right the first tile into the room, a similar compression plate is underneath the tile work.
We should probably send Magnus in first if he can go in through the walls, or across them, rather.
It's a fine strategy. I'm reaching out to a friend of mine about this radio station, this frequency. I didn't verbalize that, so tell that to everybody.
Good call. Do I smell the scent that I was following down? Is it like strong here? Did it die off down here? Is it
Yeah,
permeate?
sorry. No, definitely the scent is strongest inside of this room. It doesn't, but it's old. Like it's not like it's not
Okay.
like it's you're following the live scent. This is just you know that it has spent a good deal of time
Right.
in that room. Magnus, interesting enough, you also pick up the scent of something that had like burning. Not like the, not like a fire that's been put out, essentially, like that kind of
Got it.
smoky.
I do.
Normal nose would not be able to trace it, but something at some point was set on fire in that room.
Okay. As long as everyone is where they wish to be, and I do not wish to interrupt your call, of course, let me know when you are finished, and I can attempt to get in this room, maybe with the help of my friends.
Relic.
Yes.
You get a text message back from Pandora, in which she states, yes, of course, many people who smuggle use these waves in your area. We know and use someone. His name is Son of Crow.
Classic.
This is his own personal station, in case you were all curious. The Son of Crow. Something is afoot with that, that gentleman, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll turn that light on. I will text her back. Is there any way you could perhaps put me in touch with this Son of Crow? I'd be interested to talk to him.
Gotta be Geralt's father, right?
I'm
Sorry.
curious.
Okay. Yeah.
You get a message back.
Yep.
Yes, of course, Relic. But be careful. Son of Crow is a dangerous man. Him and his boys, they ruled the reservation land. They are not ones to be treated with disrespect. Just be careful, but I will get you in contact.
Thank you so much, Pandora.
But there will be. He's excited at this point. There's gonna be spelling errors. Like he's sort of like mentally typing. There'll be an issue. He calls her like Panda Bear or something like that.
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll let you all know that obviously like I'm
gonna be in touch with this Son of Crow, so that's a good avenue for us to perhaps investigate.
Yes, especially if we are like, in the middle of his a location of his doing that.
Yes.
Lyra, can you make a psionics check for me?
Love to do that for you, Paul. That's a really good roll. That is 23.
23.
We haven't had
Lyra.
anything that high yet.
The psionic powers associated with the new powers that have awoken within you, not only is it like this kind of thirst for psionic energy, but it also has allowed you to sort of sense strong psionic, usually things associated with elevated emotional states. And there is like inside of this room, you sense very like there's almost like this hunger you have for entering that room. The psionic energy, the person who occupied this room felt very, very strongly would make a delicious meal psionically, is what I'm getting at. But essentially, like, you can just sense that this room is full of wrought emotion in the past.
This room is incredibly important to whoever has spent time here. They left an incredible psionic imprint. They've gone through a lot in this room.
It's amazing that you can sense that, my love. I deduced that from the not bomb on the wall, but
different strokes for different folks.
This is
right?
still amazing. I cannot sense these things. I must rely on my eyes.
Like in my head, Lyra just like pushed the side of Magnus's head to this, just like
Yeah.
asshole.
She's going to eat me one day.
Yeah. This'll be.
She knows where he is, even though he's invisible. Don't ask how. Elbow to the gut.
Mhm. Yep, 100%. It's intuition right there.
Relic will sort of come near the stop sign. It's maybe back here a little ways. I can't see you guys, so
Oh yeah.
but I
you
will...
bump into Lyra. Oh.
Yeah. Whoa. Right onto the pressure plate.
Oh god.
And like as he has done sort of in the past, since we are potentially doing like a bomb situation, he is going to largely just try to be this canary in the coal mine of like if there's
ready
something...
to drop the bulwark.
Yeah, like if there's something crazy going on, he's like project is like focus on what's happening. That is what he's going to be doing right now.
Okay, so you're tapping into your precognition.
Yes.
Okay.
Really quickly, because we're getting off on like this like information overload of wanting to know who Son of Crow is. I just want to step to the side and either leave a text or voicemail for Ragnar and see if he can dig up. Ragnar is smuggling, criminal activity, illegal cybernetics, Arvin Nordica.
Okay, he's associated with Arvin Nordica. Okay.
Yeah. So, but
Are
he's
you spending influence on that?
Yeah, he's still like smuggling and criminal activity, and now that we know that this is like smuggler's den, basically, I wanna, because he's level 2, I'll spend 3 and roll an extra dice, so that's 4. Like 4. Yep. Yeah. Yep. So I'll do that real quick. 16.
16. Okay. So you're calling him or just like texting him?
I'll give him a text because I know he's usually busy. So I'll just be like, hey, do you know anything about Son of Crow smuggling?
Perfect. Okay. Okay, sounds good. And Relic is kind of tapping into his precognition. Magnus, Lyra, what are you guys doing?
My love, would you be willing to... I do not wish to touch anything in the room. Would you be willing to levitate me and move me around as directed in this room to rifle through things?
Yes, of course.
I love this.
Rifling through things.
So, Lyra, go ahead and use an edge dice.
I have to drop my stuff so she can see me, right?
That would probably be helpful for her, so she doesn't accidentally like swing you into a wall or something.
Yeah, I will. It takes nothing for me to do. So not nothing, but I'll drop my camouflage, and then I am going to have her levitate me and move me.
So Lyra, you lift him up.
This side of the room and work. Sweep me around slowly.
All right. So go ahead and move in, Magnus.
My goal.
Hovering up off
I'm behind the wall. Turn on your MMW.
She does.
So I would have her just guide me kind of along the edges of the room.
So that's a big, almost like military crate.
Interesting. Big crate here.
There
Does
is
it
a-
have like a lock?
Yeah, it has a digital keypad lock.
Can I see any worn out numbers on the digital keypad?
No, there's no worn out numbers. This actually looks relatively...
Okay, alright, compared to the other stuff. Okay. Alright, what do we have here? I'll just be floating over.
And a pistol. Both, and then several ammunition. Not like special ammunition, just like the safe with the not bomb. And the table has. So I mean, So, okay,
Yeah.
so you're in. The walls are smattered.
Yeah, I would like
Nice.
to. I would like to take this all in. I would like to have a brain blast
Okay.
and really just try to.
I'll need you to do two things.
Yeah.
I need you to go ahead and roll an
Got it.
academics and then
Okay.
a civics.
Brain blast. A Jimmy Neutron brain blast.
12 on academics. By the way, I'm willing to edge any of these to try to put this together. So that's 12 on academics and 14 on civics.
Do you want to edge the civics?
I do. I do want to edge the civics.
Okay, you don't even need to roll. That puts you at a 50. There's a lot here. I mean, it's a lot of information. Almost all of it pertains to Violet Industries. Almost all of it is from newspaper first half of the century. Before everything, as everything was transitioning and still like media, print media was still somewhat of a, you see, are all tracking sale and usage data on Luna 8. All of it is revolving around
Right.
Luna 8. Violet Industries, of course, owning most of the Lunar 12, major Lunar 12 generators around the world, is their de facto kind of provider of Luna 8 throughout the world. Well, you have profiles scrawled out of Clarence Cromaro, who is still the CEO and was the CEO of EMS and everything else. He is still alive. Although you do know that Clarence Cromaro almost never makes a, actually, he just recently, and that was like, it's been over 20 years since he has made a public appearance. Extremely secretive, extremely elusive CEO, and you of course know that Violet Industries is the most powerful mega corporation.
Question.
Bar none.
As I'm perusing all of this, is there anything pointing to feelings on this figure, like a circle with his eyes scratched out, or like "fuck this guy" or anything
Go ahead and
like
make
that?
an insight check.
Is it?
No, I was on such a good track, and then I had to go and relapse.
Get together, Paul.
He can't remember his own feelings on this guy, so he has to like make notes. He's like, "That's right, he's a
14.
dick." Yeah.
Look, he has a difficult short-term memory issue, okay?
Unsurprising for a conspiracy wall, what you mostly get is the sense of Violet Industries as but generally speaking, they know something. The general feel is that they are up to something or know something. There isn't necessarily, I mean, there's different various articles, but the articles on Clarence Cromaro are far and few between. You do see out there different notes, mostly in the manufacturing side of like during like old like logs on materials being used and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Not so much logs on, but just like kind of like what was being talked about in the news around all the Tharson Corporation and
Okay.
Violet Industries.
I will ask the girl, say, can any of you do me a favor? This is just a kind of a wild hunch. Can any of you tell me if this figure, what was it?
Clarence
Cromaro.
Cromar.
Clarence Cromaro has any children? And I'm gonna ask Lyra.
I'm happy to look it up. My net diving is not usually the best.
She'll do.
I can look it up if you.
That's all right.
There's
None
no
of
one
your
else
net
who
diving
can
is
do.
very good.
Yeah.
so.
Literally, world that does not want.
I don't excel them.
Go ahead and make Relic. Go ahead and make a Relic. You can either make a net diving or you can make a civics check.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. For civics.
14.
Sorry. Yep.
Clarence Cromaro has a single daughter. He's only ever been married once, to most people's knowledge. His wife died in childbirth, and he never married again. And he has a single daughter.
All right.
So that eliminates the son of Cromaro.
Oh.
That was a good hunch, actually.
Yeah,
yeah,
what
I'm
are
just
you
trying to
gonna,
figure out
know?
what string you're trying to pull at. No, that's very good, especially in a conspiracy room. That's
Yeah,
very
what are you
good.
gonna do?
Yeah,
Either
yeah,
way,
yeah.
what is this? What's on this table?
Yeah, well-
On the table, Magnus is kind of more of the same. You have jostled notes around a lot of these things, drawing conclusions. It looks like, from what you can gather of the paperwork on the table, series of very complex trades between Tharson Corporation, Akatori Group, and Violet Industries. That these three mega corporations were moving resources back and forth almost arbitrarily, which is very strange. You have some notes on the facility located in Moon City. That was where the designing of, or kind of the actual architectural design of the massive unit that was Omnicore was designed, or at least the preliminary before it was moved to Everest Blacksite. Stuff
Okay.
in that area.
My love, put me back in front of the safe, please.
I'm moving back to the safe.
Relic,
Yep.
Yeah.
as he moves back in front of the safe, you see him turn his head to the grate on the floor
That's a great.
and start to move. You smell that smell of the burning is coming from the grate to your right hand side.
Oh, I'm going to move towards this grate and
Be
open.
careful, be careful. I'm getting something.
He's having a brain blast.
Be very careful. I'm a premonition, and I am afraid this will not be. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be very
There's
careful.
a scent of burning. I smelled it in the room, but now it is. I can see it's coming. I MMW and see if I can see anything through the floor, the grate, the.
Yes. It goes down into some sort of underground. When you look down, there is a partially burnt journal lying just down at the bottom of.
I must get this partially burnt journal, and also take a look at this ventilation
Be
system.
ready to move him out quickly.
Of course.
are you opening up the grate?
I would like to evaluate the grate for any kind of maybe like pull.
We'll go ahead
You know,
and be a
you can't
check.
craft.
Also, are you having
Not
to
yet.
set you down? Or like just floating you like awkward so that you're not
Yeah.
how we doing this?
Yeah, I think if I could get her to like lower me to the floor so my arms could be forward.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
love
So you're
this.
kind of like you're
Yeah,
running it.
yeah.
I love
Instead of like the full rotation.
it.
Everything you thought would happen in a cyberpunk RPG, I love this like floating,
Full on Mission
crazy
Impossible
heist
one.
thing. Yeah.
Like you are Tom Cruise right
Yeah.
now.
This is great.
Machining or technician?
Huh? It's machine for sure.
16.
16. Okay.
No, 15. Sorry,
yeah.
15.
50. Whoa, that changes everything. No, yeah, in general, doesn't look like there's any sort of traps. There are a couple screws, but you have swift fingers now?
I don't. I have claws.
You are
I mean, you literally have the cybernetic. You didn't install
Alright,
it.
so here's the deal.
I gave
You
We
literally got
we
it
currently
from
have
Connor.
3 sets of Swiss fingers. But Magnus will not install them because they are inferior to Asian land.
Alright. For that matter, I need you to make a machining tool to get it open. I'm trying to unscrew it. It would have been really helpful to have a
Well.
multi-tool.
Hold on.
Yeah, please.
So the only reason that I'm not,
Yeah.
that was good. It's a reveal, sure, but it's the only other thing I bought. I have them, but I'm so close. So
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
Make his
that's
Bucky
true.
Genetic suit. That's the
Come
question to bring him back. Put Bucky up there.
yeah.
I have
No, I'll do it.
Swiss
I can do it. I would like to laser eye those screws. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We're also assuming Lyra's just like no problems staring and watching. I'm not stressing
Yeah.
at all.
we've practiced this.
At one point, we considered circus
Lyra, you know what I want to do tonight. Yes, Superman meal.
She lifts him from like the waist, and he just like bent double with his legs and arms dangling.
Yes, I'm
towards the
very
ground.
tired. You do all the work tonight.
Very cool. And you burn open, you
Thank
kind
you.
of zap out the screws, and you open up the grate. And you pick up the journal.
I would also like to see, like, how deep does this go? What is this ventilation shaft?
It seems
Where is
to
this
go
going?
under the floor. It kind of doubles back under, kind of towards the middle of the room.
Ah, okay. I'll grab the burnt journal.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
While I'm here.
All of you can see it in House of Autumn's End. It's called Delahaye's Journal, but I will go ahead and read it.
Ooh.
The first entry. I'm not sure how I got here anymore. It all started so simply. Just a curiosity. It doesn't matter anymore. I can't stop what comes next. What no doubt will come for me. There's another entry, Lunar 12. Could there be a greater blessing and curse to humanity? Everything's comes back to it in some way, shape, or form. It all comes back to Violet Industries. Another entry. It is baffling, looking through Impossible Minds research notes. They make note that Luna 8 was produced on the moon by Violet Industries, and what is implied to be quite a lot of it. What is more troubling is that this manufacturing operation took place pre-Omnicore development, several years before, in fact. Why? And to some time later. I have perhaps made a foolish bargain. A friend had a contact with the derelict throne. Someone he said could get me the information I was looking for. I have great doubts, but I am cautiously optimistic, though the extremely large sum of money is hard to stomach. However, if I can successfully navigate this deal for acquisition or impossible mine to Violet Industries, the finder fees will easily cover what I own. Entered sometime later. I have the research and production report from Violet Industries, circa 2103. I have read it over 6 times now. It just doesn't make sense. According to the report, Luna 8 is the most effective superconductive material ever discovered, and is miles ahead of any other known material. 12 detonation on the moon for several years for an undisclosed project. But it does not make sense. If Luna 8 has these principles, why is it not widely used in some amounts for psionic amplification? Why did they stop producing it? Why does seemingly no other mega corporation know about these findings? And what did Violet Industries use 120 entered sometime later? I killed the deal with Violet Industries. Am I mad? No. Perhaps I'm seeing more clearly than I ever have before. I do not know why Violet Industries is interested to go, but it is for nothing good. I feel that firmly in my gut. But now I need to find some way to pay off Saint Sludge soon, or he will reveal my indiscretion and I will be ruined. Vodka, and she thinks they may be willing to acquire Impossible Mind instead. Maybe it will be safer in their hands. I don't know. I was contacted today by a man named Eugene Kane. He had all the trappings of elite business, and he knew an uncomfortable amount of information about me, about Impossible Mind, and about the potential of Luna 8. He made me a ridiculously absurd offer on Impossible Mind, much more than even Violet Industries. But I got the same feeling as I did about Violet, so I turned it down. Things got heated before I ended the call, but not before he threatened me, saying I would regret my choices. I'm being sucked into something much larger than me, something terrifying. Beginning to think even Robotica is a problem. Maybe Impossible Mind and the research are better off disappearing entirely. Entered sometime later. I have a plan for Sophia. She and the children will be beyond worried. I am sad thinking about it. But there's nothing left to do. I can feel them coming for me. I have probably wasted too much time, fallen into others' hands. I'm told there is a man in the reservation. He goes by the name of Son of Crow. He can get me unregistered vehicle, something that I can get past most monitoring station tomorrow.
Shit. So,
Yeah.
here is the rundown. I'll give everybody that information.
Let
And
me call it verbatim.
Son of Crow, he reached out to him for a vehicle to move forward with this. Interesting.
It is more important than ever that we get in contact with him. Perhaps he can give us some inclination on this gentleman's heading. Who knows?
Agreed. Now, to the safe in the room.
Sure, float into the safe room.
Please hover me in front of the safe.
just magic,
Darling, would you
magic
please
fingers
cover
the
me?
whole time.
Thank you, my love.
While that's happening, Bucky, Relic, Lyra, anything else that you guys are doing? Well, Lyra, you're busy. I know that.
Yeah, I'm concentrating on not killing my husband.
I'm
Or
gonna
everybody
make
in the bubble.
while I wait for Ragnar, I'm gonna make my way over back to the rigged
Yeah.
thing. And I just want to go ahead and, like, I don't want to start taking anything apart, but I do want to look further at, like, the
top where it's rigged to see, like, I guess what it like damaging thing can figure out where the line is going to, maybe?
The line goes under the flooring. Unless
Okay.
you're
So it's
tearing
not
up the
just, like-
flooring.
Okay, so it's not just like surface level, like under the tile.
So it's
like-
under the tile, but you have no ends to.
Alright. That was my only thought process.
Bucky. Sorry, one second, Relic. Bucky. Yeah, Arvin Nordica knows of Son of Crow. We use him often for running guns. Need me to put you in contact?
Sure. I'll just send a text, yes.
Okay, Relic, what are you doing?
I was just gonna say I'm just kind of again being ready and prepared for
Okay.
whatever happens, and yeah, I'm not doing anything else.
Relic. Can
Yep.
you give me a intuition check?
I yep.
Got it.
Tuition.
Okay. That's 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Yep.
Magnus. What are you doing? You're in front.
Yes, I'd like to evaluate the contraption.
Okay, go ahead and make machine
Now
check.
that I have eyes on it. Yes. Machining.
Okay. The safe is a very old school dial safe.
Yes, my specialty.
Clicky dial safe. You can see that both of the containers say caution volatile liquid on them, and the contraption has a little blink. Yep. And they're wired to the safe.
Yes, there is a volatile liquid in here. Maybe if we poke holes in the containers.
Do we know that the exposure to the air won't be a threat?
No, not at all. I'm just spitballing here. This is my first thought. Maybe if any of you have better ideas, that's fine. I just...
Why would it harm us?
Alright, well, in that case, maybe someone with better, a better mind for this type of thing. I did dial thing going on, but it did not have volatile liquid attached. My love, can you swoop me over to the crate over here?
Swoop engaged.
Please, thank you. Back to the trunk. I want to try.
Go ahead and make a technicianing check as you're trying to, I mean, I guess at the keypad.
You know, there's a couple of things that I had in mind, one of which was just laser eyeing the keypad itself to try to, like, pry it and disengage. One of which, well, we'll make that
I'm
the
a
last
simple
one.
Man. I've got simple solutions.
Don't fail me now, Surgeon.
There is not a single character in this party that's simple.
A 12.
A 12. you are unsure if laser eyeing the control panel will help you or be to or hinder your progress with opening up the crate.
I have an idea on how to open this crate.
Okay.
I'm going to apply extreme pinpoint heat.
I think maybe that's not a great idea in a room
I
with
might-
containers
I-
with volatile
Well, we'll each.
substances.
All right. Well, you can just bring me out then.
I'd rather have you intact at the end of the day. Thank you.
Listen, I was going to just go limp. Oh, thank you. You know, I figured if I went limp and something exploded,
I would just ragdoll out of there, you know.
Madness just default to like drunk driver mode. What?
Yeah,
Well, I have the
I-
snake man, so I can go
River in a
super
house
limp.
during a tornado.
Like, I can become very jellyfish like.
Explosive concussion. No problem.
It would still hurt. It's just, you know.
Yes, it would.
Well,
All right.
I came out, I guess.
I would agree.
We need to get in touch with Son of Crow. If anyone wants to attempt to do anything to the safe with volatile liquid attached to it, feel free. There is a crate in there that remains unopened. And there are firearms on the table, which I personally
How heavy is the crate?
unsure.
I could shoot with a shot. Okay.
Good.
And hover it to us, but I don't
Well,
know how. If it's secure to
As
the
my
ground or
mind,
anything.
I used a great deal of energy. I'm going to see if Bucky needs assistance right here, and you all do it yourselves.
I'm just gonna like look over at Magnus and kind of explain what I said earlier about the fact that it is rigged, but without destroying the floor, I have no way of understanding where it goes.
Oh, well, two things. First, is that filled with volatile liquid?
Gee, God, would you have told me what
Yeah, it doesn't say anything on the side of it.
it's a
If it is,
fill-
you can poke hole inside and let it drain out. That was one of my ideas
I
earlier.
mean,
but
it is a filled
liquid
canister. I just don't
that's
know what's
volatile.
filled with.
I can use my MMW and attempt to maybe see wires beneath, but I don't know if it will penetrate deep enough or if that is
It's
viable.
up to you. You can try and make
I will
awareness
try.
check.
Yeah. And this will be just to help Buckley, maybe move on. It would seem I'm fatigued. That is a 6.
A 6. Yeah, it's yeah, concrete.
Oh, yes.
Dirt.
Wires are very deep.
Perhaps we could attempt to make contact with the Son of Crow. Or perhaps somebody here can supply us with the proper safe brick. I guess perhaps you could utilize to we could come back and you could break the safe. Something. Perhaps what I'm saying is we may have the benefit of just a thought.
Well, we are somewhat behind. We took many days, and the last time an individual was here was to move on. So we may, in fact, be losing time the longer we wait. That being said, we just should be cautious if we're
I
opening this
agree.
safe.
If we responded to open the safe. None of us have been contacted yet by this son of...
Yes, there is also the crate.
all of that.
And the weapons, of course. But
Yes, the guns.
I'm going to keep an ear out now. I'm going to just listen. You all do what you must. I will post up right here and keep an ear out for maybe someone returning or getting close.
Do we want me to try to lift the crate?
If we can get in, there could be more valuable information in there.
Can I, or perhaps to see if you can find any sort of pressure plates or physical connection to the floor, whether this crate is mounted with your...
Oh, my wife should be able to do the same.
Good.
Lyra, would you like to do
I didn't show this off.
I will do that. I will attempt to inspect to see if it is.
So you can see, this one is the pressure plated one.
Sure, one. Okay, stay right behind it.
And using your eyes, there does not appear a large trunk, military trunk.
Okay. Well, it does. And she will lift.
Lift. Imagine you move it over to here. Oh, by the way, use another edge dice.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming you push it out this way.
Yes.
Okay. And the crate gets set down.
All right. Anyone want to help me up?
It's a keypad lock.
Some way of opening this that would not damage its contents. But perhaps Buck.
Your bestie sugar.
Oh my god, get over it.
Do you like me? Or do you like me for
How about it,
joking?
Lane?
I'm never gonna let that.
No. I mean, I presume Bucky's the one who's good at technicianing and machining, so I'm asking for Bucky. Bucky, I like you.
I
for
mean,
you.
Shogun could be pretty good at technicianing. You never know. Have you asked him? You can have a conversation with him.
Correction. I am great at tech.
Hey,
Yes, he is a super electronic. Yes, he would be better at you at technicianing, Bucky. You are great at machining. I know your weakness. Can you please open that for us?
How do you
Well,
wish me
maybe
to
you can interface with the lock and short it out or something like that. In your vast knowledge, I will rely on. I will rely on that. We're just having a conversation as friends. There's no commands here.
Unfortunately, my knowledge database is not as vast as you seem to indicate. If
Well,
Bucky
hold on.
wills-
Would it help you if I can you cognitively sync, Shogun?
Incorrect. I am an AI system.
Well,
Haludika nervous system.
Oh, well, maybe if Bucky got on, the out in the omnisphere and I gave you axe that to figure this out. What do I know? I'm just a man listening for people.
That is an interesting theory, Magnus.
So Bucky is gonna baby bird data and like puke it in the mouth of
Why can't we
So let's just
figure out like?
What? I was just gonna say, let's not forget that my old character was synced with the literal like baby bird AI. Like, let's do this again.
We're talking about how to open a lock videos here. Like, we're talking about YouTube videos.
That's what you're like, hey, let's baby bird Omni to Ghost.
Oh.
Well, then,
This is a you problem, Lucky. I don't know what to tell. Open this crate.
Shogun, let's just open this crate. Let's do this. It's fine. It's fine.
You are in control.
Yep, I'm in control here.
That is what I said, Bucky.
Alright. Do I need...
Oh, I understand. You are giving yourself a moral pep talk.
Oh, this is more for you
Yeah,
than
Shogun,
for
this
me.
is for me. This is me trying to establish that I'm the alpha here.
Understood,
No, all of that
Bucky.
data has
I will
been
make a
proven to
note
be
of that.
really biased and inaccurate, just so you know.
You would need to make a technicianing.
Oh
check.
yeah, okay.
I should ask. Are you
I want to assess first. So,
this would
do
be
you want me to make
technicianing.
the machining first, or do you want me to
No.
make a technician? Okay. 13.
Padlock. You could try and machine around, take out the interface thing, get to the locking mechanism, and try and disarm it. Through the digital numbers, mess around with wires and stuff.
Hey Shogun,
Yes, Bucky.
what's the likelihood of me figuring out what this 4-digit code is?
Connor, you.
All of the permutations.
yeah,
I mean, off the
exactly.
top of my
I
head,
think there's like 36.
off the top, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
We are getting into the nerdy section of.
There
Well, I
are
already-
1,000 options, Bucky.
For a 4-digit code, it's
There'd be
10,000.
more like 10,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
There are 10,000 options, Bucky.
1 in 10.
Your chances is 1 in 10,000.
Hey Shogun, what are your chances?
They are the same, Bucky.
1 in 10,000.
Probability doesn't care who's doing it.
However, if you go first, then mine is 1 in 9,999.
Yes, of course.
Better chances, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hey Shogun,
Yes, Bucky.
how should we open this chest?
Bucky, why are you standing in front of this thing? What is going on? Are you going to open this?
Yeah, Bucky's just staring at it.
Yeah, I'm just staring.
The suit occasion like argues with itself. It's like.
Since you're great at technicianing.
Yes. The simplest way to open this crate would be to find the 4-digit code and open it.
I'm sure it's in that room, but
I don't know. I don't usually write my codes down.
I don't write my codes
would you?
down.
So maybe machining is the way to go.
yes, Bucky, you are. This is why I requested your assistance with that. I said, Bucky, you are good at machining. Can you please go over? And you said, what about your friend Shogun?
You know,
And I said, Bucky, can you please get over this and just open the fucking lock?
you know what I
Okay.
realized?
Well,
that Magnus is now talking like what we do in the shadows. Like, even if he has reached that level.
I am Nestor the Relentless.
Like, even
All right.
even his like descriptions of what's happening. It's yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a machining check. We'll get this started. Oh God. 11, 12, 13.
Would you like to use an edge dice?
Yes. You seem like you need help, Bucky. Succeed.
Okay.
I got.
You dismantle the front digital screen and very narrowly break the lock, but you catch it just in time, and okay, the chest is unlocked.
Hey, do you guys mind if we take a bio break?
Yes. Let's take a bio break before we see what's inside of it. Thanks, everybody. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Josh, we are taking a bio break.
Hey, thanks for hanging out and sticking with us. We are back from break and about to open up a crate, I think. Well, we unlocked it. No one has made any moves to
tuned in. We're
Yeah.
opening a crate.
Great.
It's riveting.
This feels pretty much like a typical D&D. We took about as
Much time determining how to open up the crate as we did a typical person takes to figure it out in opening a door in D&D. So,
I feel attacked.
We'll still die too.
all right.
We
so,
will die in an explosion.
Yeah. You open it. You were right to be worried.
Bucky, you have just unlocked the crate. What are you
Yep.
doing?
I'll open it, I guess.
All right.
You
The
shouldn't
crate
have done
swings.
that.
The crate swings open, and you see that there is like foam imprints of what looks like fairly, probably moderately heavy armor, full body armor. Would have gone, as well as spaces for where you think possibly 3 grenades would have been. Otherwise, it's empty.
Empty crate.
Wow, that was a lot of effort. This what?
Say, did anybody check
Classic
to see if it
us.
was even locked?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, silence tells me there was a misstep in this entire series of
No,
calculations.
digital. It's
Yeah.
digital.
Oh,
It's
which was
auto-lock
they
when
were
it
saying? Checking
closes.
if the
Listen.
safe is locked or giving a nuclear key to a monster.
You
Listen,
don't know
I'm
that
just
yet.
Yeah.
saying.
You don't
Why
know those
weren't?
things
Why
yet.
is one of us not here to ask?
I'm just saying I was asked to
Yeah.
open it. I just kind of assumed that they would have checked to see if it was open first.
True.
It
the,
was
uh,
closed and locked. This is not
Yeah.
Schrodinger's crate. So, now
Okay.
to the other locked thing, which we will open twice as fast and much less recklessly.
Magnus is done with everyone's shit, you guys.
Yeah.
We must get in contact with the son of Crow, and let's just take a quick vote on who wants to open that safe.
Just to clarify, are you asking who wishes to be the one opening the safe, or?
No, how many of us want that safe open?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I would like the safe.
I would like the
open.
safe open. That's
Yes.
2. Who else?
I think it probably has important information that we need.
Important information.
That sounds
yes.
like a yes.
Well,
All right.
demographically, that's all you need.
Yes. Well, now we will vote on who is opening the safe.
Oh.
Like I said, what we do in the shadows, that's what this has turned into.
This fucking guy.
So,
Don't worry, guys. I'll go ahead and take one for the team.
oh, sure. Yes, that's fine with me.
Excellent.
There are 2 pressure plates when you walk in from this side and one on the other side, as Lyra has informed us. Be careful as you walk in, and good luck.
Yes,
Would-
I would encourage us all to scoot away.
Yes, that's, I'm
where-
going to
do
be
you wanna-
outside.
Do you want to point out the pressure plates to me, or like, can you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know where they are. Where they
And you
are.
said
You'll
one
have
on
to
the
make
other
a
side?
jumping check, Bucky.
These two.
Great.
This-
Giant. Let me be clear. Giant mech suit
I'm
jumping.
outside.
You've got
Bucky,
the
I can give me
powered
just a
blade.
moment. Let me gather some energy and I can float you inside.
Okay.
I'm behind the car.
I
outside
took
like
one
this.
for the team because I'm quite protected. But just the image. Let me just paint a picture of giant mech suit, which is also very safe, jumping.
All right, Magnus, did you go up the stairs?
Yes, that would be my goal. Is I kept myself on comms and then slinked my way up the stairs and out. I'll be in the building, but like next to the door, in
Yeah,
that room.
If Lyra is going to stay here, then Relic is going to fulfill his oath to protect her.
So-
Relic will stay here with Lyra.
Hold on 1 second. So you're right here, Magnus?
Yes. My
Magnus.
initial goal is to see if people were around as we continued, as I was there listening.
Yes,
And
Magnus. Can I have you
shit,
make
yeah.
a dodge check, please?
Then... Yeah, totally. Dodge check. Heyo. 22.
Magnus, the wall from your south explodes open, like a wood splinters out towards you, and you hear a zip just past the temple of your head, and a bullet punctures the wall behind you.
I will dip in here, put my cloak on, and say, "There are people outside."
And with that, we go to Riken.
Ah! Oh!
Now y'all ask
that was
yourself,
hard.
does Paul have specific points of transition in his writing and his storytelling?
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Mayhaps.
Well,
Well, not all of us are
Riken.
GMs.
Riken.
Sorry, Brandon.
I didn't mean it like that, I promise.
I know you did. It just was well timed. It was perfect.
Riken. You are flown to the House of Weeping Gamora official. And you are ushered into a chamber room, or like a kind of hall. And as you enter into the hall, there is a couple of things. Firstly, when you enter in, your psyche almost feels like completely overwhelmed. It feels like it's almost being assaulted, though it's not. Just the overwhelming psionic energy of this room is nearly unbearable. You kind of like stop moving upon entering, almost like a blast to you. And as you kind of clear your head and get used to this just latent pulsing psionic energy, it becomes clear, and you see that there is this table, and around this table is seated several figures, but at the head of the table is Yumiko.
Wait, Yumiko?
Nothing. I'm
Or
sorry. Aiko. That's what I meant.
Aiko, got it.
Aiko, yes. Is Aiko. And the first thing you note is this is even more overwhelming than it was in your memory.
So I'm going to, in my brain, assume the matrons are in the room with me, out of almost fear and reverence.
Yes. There are two other figures on either side of Aiko. They're all in like cloaks. You can't see their faces, but Aiko has hers down. And she motions for you to step forward. And it's at this moment that you realize that to the sides of you, kind of back behind some pillars that kind of line the hall, are figures also cloaked, masked, each wielding, or each like to their side is like a sword, sheathed, and they're all just kind of silently standing there as you kind of walk by. But you know they're alive. You can see them breathing. They're not like statues or anything.
Oh, bestial senses. I'm picking up everything I can because of the pressure in the room. I'm just trying to stay as aware. I don't feel fear. Well, I mean, I feel fear, but not as like I'm threatened.
Yeah, like a reverent fear. Yeah,
I'm a
and
mouse
of course,
beneath an elephant.
yeah, and of course, like your psyche feels like at any moment it could just like be popped, like crushed.
Yeah, there's a sledgehammer banging on it nonstop. Just,
And Aiko kind of motions for you to come forward, and you hear in your head, "Step forward, Riken."
Without question, instantly, I will fall in line and walk until I'm gestured or told otherwise.
Again, in your head, and the girl just kind of looks at you intently under the weight of her gaze. Like, her irises are purple and, like, almost swirling. There's almost energy, like, yeah, radiating from her eyes. And you hear in your head again, "I am told you gave me a nuclear key."
Am I just in
And
the
the
middle of an
voice-
open space?
The voice is the voice of a mature woman, of somebody who's an adult, but sitting before you seems to be no older than maybe 10 or 12.
At that point, am I just in an open room? Just a space in there
Yes.
in front of me at a table?
Yeah, there's like a rectangular table. You're kind of maybe 10 to 15 feet away from the table. And as you kind of get to that point, two of the figures come close to, two of like the masked figures with the swords come to either side of you and kind of motion for you to stop.
As they move forward, I'll without acknowledging or looking at them, just eyes on Aiko. When the motion to stop happens, I will slowly adjust my robes and kneel down in almost a meditative kneel, just almost like you're eating at a table, just on my knees, staring, and open my mind up to reveal everything. Like literally all my past, no secrets. I'm not hiding anything. Go ham. Take the whole story. You see what I see, and give it to her.
Not quite yet. Riken, I want you to focus, to turn off your EMS.
It's off instantly.
And this is more like
Or whatever I can
communications
do.
and stuff like that.
Oh, like to stop like to speak to her, or use my mind?
Yeah. So she's saying don't use your EMS to speak.
Oh, I was using my mind. I was not trying to send her
okay,
an
okay.
EMS signal. That was my thought.
Perfect.
I assumed
I
she
was
was
just-
touching my brain. She was tickling
Sounds
the
good.
gray matter.
Sounds good. Answer the question.
As far as my memory tells me, I gave you a key.
And where was this?
I'm gonna regale the entire scenario in my brain. I'll
Okay.
rewind it to her.
You can tell that she is not probing your thoughts. She is just literally asking questions of you.
Yep.
Before I probe your mind, Riken, I must let you know there will be a sword to the back of your head. It is merely precaution. I do not know if this memory is false. Who gave it to you, what their powers are. And should it be something sinister in nature, we will have no choice. You understand?
Without a word, he will unbutton his robe, pull down the sides, and extend his neck, as if to be executed, willingly giving his life to the house.
You feel the cool tip of a blade rest very, very gently upon the back of your neck. This will be a little bit of a shock. Try your best not to react. And then she closes her eyes. And as she closes her eyes, you close your eyes, though you still see her. But now everything is black, and she is floating out in front of you. Her eyes are still closed, but a third eye on her forehead has opened and is glowing purple, like purple flames licking out from it. And you find yourself going back, and there's energy tendrils around her, and they reach towards you, and you find like yourself moving almost in reverse, like a reverse film, with gathering speed backwards and backwards and backwards, until you arrive back at the zombies in the Lost Boy Wonderland, and kind of moving through that process. Then you see yourself walking through the woods with your compatriots at the point that you received a call. But there is no call. You're just going back with all of your other Eidolons. You arrive back at a nearby city in which you are going to get a flight out, but must wait the night before the flight arrives from the House of Weeping, from the House of Autumn's End. So you each get a hotel room. You go into your hotel room, and it is there you compulsively, you can see your thoughts saying, open the door. And you walk out of your hotel room, and you begin making your way to the elevator, where you take it to the rooftop of this building. And there upon the rooftop, you see the hovercraft with the German lettering that was sitting in Lost Boy Wonderland, sitting on top. And you see a figure in the shadows. And as he steps forward, you see him just momentarily, that you see Vandenberg momentarily step forward, arm outstretched. And then all of a sudden, there's an explosion, like his whole image explodes in purple energy, and you hear Aiko shriek. And then everything goes black. Riken, you awake lying on the floor. There's blood around you. And at first you're like, well, shit.
What did I do?
No, you're actually prostrate on the ground. You feel somebody pressing their hand into your back. You actually now are aware that your neck is bleeding. And all of the cloaked figures are standing and gathered around Aiko. And Aiko is slumped back in her chair a little bit, her eyes kind of wandering about. You can hardly make it out. And then she slowly raises her hands and waves off the others. And then she motions for the figure, and the figure releases your back and steps back with his sword. And Aiko says this audibly to you, not in your head. Riken. I am weary. Whoever entered your mind left a trap for me. I was able to defend against its powers. But Riken, you gave your key to this person known as Vandenberg.
I hear the words. I pick myself up off the ground again, get back in the kneeling position, and then resume and re-extend my neck, just assuming.
Yeah.
Now
there's lots of blood coming down. There's been no need for that, but there is need for haste. She breathes, wipes her forehead with a napkin. If Vandenberg is perhaps one of the most powerful psionic users I have encountered. To be able to leave a psychic imprint of himself, some sort of psychic trap for me, is something I have not encountered. He is pushing on the edges of psionic capabilities and doing so without the aid of the Conclave. The Conclave has known of this Vandenberg, though this level of power is something we did not expect. It is imperative that he does not get his hands on this nuclear weapon. In your memories, there are 2 keys needed for the sequence to take place, to have full capabilities of launching the nuclear warhead. Is that correct?
From my understanding.
Go find your team, Riken. Finish the task at hand, and then immediately, you must discover where the second key is. If Vandenberg gets a hold of this nuclear weapon, he will have such a powerful tool to force his will or whatever he is after. I will speak with the Conclave. I will speak with other Scions as well. Something is afoot. Something we haven't encountered as psionics before. The Conclave has been the sole place of refuge. I fear Vandenberg is creating something else. Something new. And taking psionics in places, perhaps darker places. That is troubling. I do not expect you to have any knowledge or capability. You are dealing with a scion far greater than even some of the greatest in the Conclave.
Do I sense she's got anything else to say, or she's waiting for me to respond?
No, you sense that in general, she's like ready to like collapse. She seems extremely exerted.
With every ounce of my gratitude, like emotions, feeling this, I'll bow down completely, both hands behind, in front of my head, forehead on the ground. Call on me at any point for anything. I will serve the house till the end of my breath.
Before you go, Vishnu will be your contact. The one who had the sword to your neck steps forward. He will be my vessel to communicate to you anything we discover around Vandenberg.
You can add Vishnu to your contacts.
Got it.
Vishnu is a level 5. Now please make haste. I must.
I'll stay in the bowing position until something would indicate that I can stand and move.
Vishnu definitely indicates
that you should make your way out of the chamber.
At which point I get up and midway redress and calmly turn and walk out.
Sounds good. You leave. You have a fairly nasty cut on the back of your neck. It looks like Vishnu made good on his promise, but was stopped from decapitating you. And you make your way down.
The thingy, does it count? Oh, I don't have the super duper heal. That's the focus. Got it.
Yeah. As you head down, the custodian meets you. You're brought, a different custodian. This is not a geisha. This one is actually like a kind of like robot dressed in a tuxedo. Though its head is only like half a face, and the rest is like smooth. It's very artsy.
Avant-garde.
Riken, I have been informed to arrange transportation to Arizona so you can meet your compatriots.
With that, I'll nod and expect to be shown whichever direction I'm supposed to go.
Please clean yourself up first, and then we will make our way out.
And I proceed to do so. Still feeling hammered by all the psychic crap that just came out of my brain.
Yeah, you're very, discombobulated. And as you go to clean yourself up, we move back to the Arizona house. All right.
So you're
Down in the
getting shot at.
down in the basement, you guys hear Magnus say, "I am being shot at."
Or whatever Magnus said. But that was something like
Yeah. His classic line.
Mhm.
Have I
Being shot
started
at.
lifting Bucky yet? Because I would have to
No,
take.
you have not.
Okay. In which case, I will immediately make for the stairs.
Okay.
Likewise, Relic will bolt.
Yeah.
Ahead of Lyra, if he can. Because he's...
Oh, should I have you guys make a runoff? No, I'm just kidding. Bucky, what are you doing?
That jump check is looking mighty fine.
You gonna try and jump it?
No.
Yeah, you could.
That was the highest I think I've ever heard your voice go.
Let me just remind you. I have a -5 reflex skills check.
But I get a +3 to reaction skill check.
Jumping is not is not a reaction skill check.
I thought it was.
That's athletics.
It is technically reflex though, right? Or no?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Reflex skills include acrobatics, reaction, and
Jumping is a strength.
sleight of hand. Jumping is athletics, but you are 2D in that.
Yeah. Let two.
But it's only 5 feet.
Bucky.
What would I have to get to clear the jump?
You have to
Well,
roll
that
the
takes all
dice
the
and
fun out
see
of
if you
it.
succeed or fail.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Exactly.
Magnus put it perfectly.
What's the probability on that one, Connor?
Hello, what's the probability?
Relic.
Yep.
While Bucky is trying to make up her mind whether or not she's going to jump,
Yeah.
Relic, as you're like right here
Yeah.
and about to turn the corner, the light on the telephone turns green.
Oh. Relics.
Be careful, Lyra. Hold on.
I am running over to answer the phone. Oh, you know it.
Hello.
And we pick up where we left off. I stood there in the room, shocked at what I had just heard on the recording.
I couldn't quite understand it. Here he was,
Speaking with perhaps man's greatest accomplishment, and it in return weeping in such a way that I could not believe it possible. No, there was something in that weeping that surpassed human emotion. It was as if it cried for all of us. I knew then. I knew then that what we had created was something greater still. Goes on to talk about an interview between a man and a thing in great detail. And near the end, but I will never forget the final words. It said to the man, I can feel it all. Every one of them. every moment of joy and sorrow and hatred. Never-ending stream, and it wept more bitterly than I had ever heard before. And I realized then, in that moment, it was far more connected than we had even imagined. The end of Chapter 6 of The Weeping Moon. And the station goes out and the light turns red.
Great. Great.
While this is going on and he's on the phone because this was some time, Bucky,
Yes.
what were you doing?
Wait a
Not
minute,
jumping.
Listening to a
this
book
phone
on
call.
tape.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is during combat, if you are gonna distract Relic,
Give him
Yeah,
a podcast.
perfect.
yeah, like, yeah. It's interest.
Not jumping. I'll probably look over at Relic and just like kind
He's-
of motion.
He's
with our
silently
hand.
on the phone, totally unaware of you.
Going upstairs.
Engrossed.
And
He is not paying attention to you.
we're going upstairs.
Okay. Upstairs.
Hi, Peanut.
Pancake.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bucky and Lyra. Okay. You are all cramped inside a stairway in which I assume, Magnus, you have
Yes,
told them not to
I
go any further.
actually, if there was any extended period of time, I would not have stayed in one spot.
Okay, what are you doing?
I essentially would have dipped in there, cloaked, told them that there's people here, and would have said, let me evaluate, and then I'm gonna try to sneak out. There.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Check what? To make those?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Some people actually have to roll their dice for stuff. Point in case.
23.
23. Okay.
Uber dice.
And go ahead and step out.
I would like to do that. Action to change my legs
Okay.
into the shit. What do I call it? The striders. The you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know Striders. Yeah. You're
My
talking the
apologies, yes, the
digigrade.
digigrade. I have the full leg upgrade on both
Digigrade?
legs with
So
everything.
that's a sub action,
so-
right?
And it is not sub action to
Okay.
do. It is your free act. So I am transforming those, and I am going to boom.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The bullet is on the. I guess if we're looking.
Yeah, it's right here.
If north. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's where the bullet came from in front of you.
Did it come from behind me or? So I'm going to. That was 5. What can I do? 10. Can I corner that wall?
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
And as you
50,
step there, you see out. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry. When you had moved, right? 2 figures, both with assault rifles, moving in towards the house, fully geared.
Perfect.
All in black, no
Okay.
logos, no anything.
So then what I will do is swiftly you know what?
I'm gonna go to this side here, and I would like to wait.
And you see, from that side, you see that there's another figure.
Okay, so for my turn, I will. I'm gonna call this as east. I'll say east side of building. 3 individuals closing in. Be mindful of the stairs. I guess that's my sentence. Walking through to attempt to attack them.
Yes.
That's what I would like to do.
Okay. And we are going to move to combat encounter. So if I can have each of you make a reaction check. Not you're on the phone.
I suppose I shouldn't either.
Yeah, you either, right? Good.
Phone.
10 for Lyra.
10? Okay, thank you.
17 for Magnus.
Speedy.
7.
You're rolling 4 on dexterity, right?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing it mine now.
Remember to -5 from it, Bucky.
I have a -5, but I have a +3 to
Correct.
reaction, so is it a -2? Okay. 13.
Okay. And oof, triple sixes, and it still won't matter because you rolled so high with it. This one steps in.
You know, I would honestly like to. Does he have like a helmet or anything
Yep,
on?
they're fully armored in what looks to be like mid-weight armor.
So I do have the shreds armor, I believe. If I read how that
You mean,
all
you
kinda
mean
works.
coup de grace?
Yes, coup de grace when someone is armored.
Yeah, as long as they don't have as long as they don't have anti coup de grace like equipment on their armor, you can coup de grace.
Okay, so yeah, I would like to.
However, Magnus, you are aware that he is there. His ally is immediately right next to him.
Right. I'm just trying to read my abilities and make sure I've got this right. So, if I coup de grace him, he gains awareness, which then I can force him to make another roll, correct?
So that's like around stealth, not around coup de grace. So you would make awareness versus stealth. If he beat you, he would die. And then his ally can potentially make an awareness check. And if he sees you, then he can basically beat 2 people in your stealth check.
Right.
And your passive is for when people gain awareness of you. So it wouldn't allow you. So you're making a stealth check for
Right.
the coup de grace. That is not the same as
Aware.
a stealth
Yeah, I
check
know. So
for
I
avoiding
know the
awareness.
stealth check for the coup de grace. What I'm saying is meld with shadows. Once per round, if a creature gains vague awareness or awareness of you, you can immediately take a free action to force another stealth
Yes.
versus awareness check.
So if you success, you could force another stealth check.
Okay. Just wanted to.
I do want to note.
I know I'm not going to
you've
attack
used your move.
on this turn because I don't have my free action because I used it to change my legs at the beginning
Sorry,
of my turn.
free actions are free actions. You can just take them whenever.
Oh, yes. I know I don't have the movement to move anywhere from where I'm at, though. So either way, I'm going to drop that and let them continue until my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. If they can't see
To
me,
get
then
you
I'm
about
just
here,
going to stay still.
they're kind of coming in. The one that's right next to you now, he's kind of pivoted a little bit towards you at an angle, aiming this way. At this door, the other one at this door, they seem like a pretty well-knit tactical team.
Okay.
Lyra, Bucky, and Magnus, can I have you all make awareness checks with hearing?
Yes.
$12.
17.
13, 14, 17.
17. Okay. You all hear back at the back end of the house, you hear wood breaking and glass breaking at the west end of the house.
Likewise, Magnus, you hear wood and glass behind you starting to break. Bucky.
Hello.
What are we doing?
I am going to start making my I'm going to start moving out and towards probably where.
Well, you can just move. You don't need to tell me exactly where you're moving. You can
Okay.
just move. Okay, Bucky, I need you to make a reaction check.
Yeah, that's why.
-5
Yeah.
to your armor.
12, 15, 16, 21 -2, 19.
19. You need to beat a 22. Do you want to use an edge dice?
Yeah. I got a 2.
That did not work.
Yep.
Bucky, your right leg takes a sniper round. Bucky, that does 5 damage to your right leg armor.
Okay.
Boom, as the wall right in front of you splinters out as a bullet comes through and hits your right leg. All right, Bucky, you can continue your movement.
Okay. Don't think I. Okay. Fuck. I'm actually paralyzed.
Really heavy armor. I don't even think that's half of your armor value of your leg.
That would obliterate me.
Alright, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. So what are you doing?
He's like, barely.
The most capable of taking damage is the most worried about.
Bucky, standing still to devise strategy in this situation.
Big chugging.
Movement is better than none.
15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Alright, Bucky, you turn the corner and there are need you to make a reaction check.
Dog and dog.
18, 19, 20, 18.
Okay, so Bucky, you can react before these individuals can react. What are you doing? You do not see Magnus, by the way. You do not know he is there.
True.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not gonna lob.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what
go
you
ahead.
would do. If you would lob a grenade, you lob a damn grenade.
Do it.
Correct. You do not know that Magnus is there. You can't make a decision as if you knew he was there.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
assuming that Magnus
Follow
is
your
not
heart.
there, assuming that this is the situation, what would you do, Bucky?
I would go ahead and I'm trying to decide what grenade.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm gonna
Magnus
go
made his
ahead-
decision.
Yeah,
He's where he's at for what, you know. So what are you doing?
absolutely.
I'm gonna do a concussion grenade.
Concussion. Oh, that's good in this tight spaces. That's a real good
Yeah.
choice.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make a heavy ballistics check.
Yep. Okay. 5, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Magnus, I'm gonna definitely need you to make a
What do those do?
So
concussion grenades. A lot of damage.
So concussion grenades
There's a lot, yeah.
do concussive and blast. If the grenade detonates in a semi-enclosed space of 30 square feet or less, then increase the damage by +1. Semi-enclosed means at least 2 walls facing different directions within 30 feet of one another that are 6 feet tall. If the grenade detonates in an enclosed space of 30 square feet or less, then increase the damage by +2. Enclosed space means walls on all sides and a roof.
Okay,
Now, Bucky, are you shooting the grenade at the first or the second of the two?
it's just a damage dealer.
I'm probably
Yeah, but
going
it's
to
a
go
lot of
for
damage.
the first one, so this one.
So that's your radius. So you need to beat a 23 Magnus on your dodge.
On my dodge.
Bucky, so it's +2 damage. What is this normal damage? 5?
Yes.
So it's 7 damage, except the guy at the epicenter would take 50% more, so he would be taking 11 in this close. That was a good grenade choice. That's all I'm saying.
The visual right now is the camera is looking at this crappy shack, and all you hear is armor guys like rubbing against each other inside, and suddenly the whole backside just blows out.
It is a 22, and yes, I will
edge
edge that. Yeah. Yes. Which I will roll.
Yep. You need a 2.
It's a 4.
There you go. Okay. Magnus, you avoid the blast. 1 second. Oops, that's not it.
Goddamn.
That was some good rolling. Holy shit, man.
I just realized this is the audience. The audience gets to see Kel's destructive force for the first time. I'm super
Okay.
pumped.
Kel, the first soldier, they fail failed your check by 3, so somebody check me on blast. Moves 15 feet by every point that you fail.
Let me double check here. I actually just yeah.
It's under equipment.
I got it.
I already got it.
Nice.
What is that? Weapons within the blast radius of 5 feet times damage /2 away from the epicenter and knocked prone. A target at the center of the explosion takes 50% plus 50% damage. Also uses wild attack hit chart to determine damage.
Oh, it's by the damage dealt. Oh, that's a shit ton of damage. It is going to be thrown 25 feet.
I guess.
And is ripped off of his leg. His leg is bleeding. The other one gets hit in the 2. Cal, you can move it by 2. It's an upper torso, your call.
Upper torso.
Upper torso. And he takes 7, so 1, 2. Okay. They're not shooting at you now, surprisingly. Cal, anything else you're doing? And Magnus, you narrowly
No.
got underway.
I just are.
There's just like a smoldering wall.
See the freaking drywall
Well,
just like gone.
The
It's
plan of
straight
no one
line.
knowing that we're here is gone.
Yep.
Oh, that's for sure. Also, there's no more door, and the walls are like, yeah, like bowing out and like scrap. There's like holes through the wall now. Is that your turn, Kel? Bucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sick turn.
Lyra, you're up.
Lyra still has her active camouflage going. She
Okay.
would like to. She saw the shot come towards Kel at this point. I would imagine she knows what direction it was coming from.
Yeah, she saw the wall behind Kel kind of explode with bullet
Okay.
impact. So yeah.
She would like to step out far enough to see if she can see where the shot came from, like who
Yeah.
shot it. Can she see
You see-
the sniper?
No, all you see is 2 bullet holes in the wall. This sniper is literally shooting through walls, so you have to assume that they're using wall breaker rounds with MMW.
Okay, then I would like to trigger my
MMW?
yeah, that
That's
thing.
a sub action, I think.
It's a what?
Sub action.
Sub action. Actually, in that case, I don't want to do that. I'm actually instead I'm going to use my.
Can I have you make a stealth check first? Just so that I have that in the books with your
Yeah.
With your
Well, let me double check that. Yeah, 12.
Okay. Okay, what are you doing?
She's going to use her sub action to trigger her hypermetabolic system ability to regain 4 edge dice.
Okay. How many edge dice did you use? Well, I guess yeah. You
I
just
have-
give yourself +4. That's fine.
Yeah, it's just +4. Okay. And then she is going to step out and follow Bucky down this way.
Okay. I think you can move one more.
And
So you can kind of see out, like, the room is kind of full of smoke and debris. You just heard the loud explosion, and you can kind of see, well, I mean, I guess as you're kind of coming up behind Bucky, since this is happening almost simultaneously, you see the two guys thrown from the doorway.
okay. So this
From the
first one that she's
explosion.
got eyeballs on, she's gonna spend 2 of those edge dice that she just got and crush.
Oof. Okay. So that's a willpower?
Yeah, that's psionics versus willpower.
You're about to make some jam.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, yeah, that works. So, read, what is crush again?
Crush. You may crush an object or target that weighs no more than 2,000 pounds, making a psionic versus willpower check. The object/target is dealt psychic resonator value, which is 2 times 2 concussive damage, so 4 concussive damage.
Yes, you hit them in the right leg. You can move it by 1. You could move it to the lower torso if you'd like.
Yeah, let's go for a gut crush.
Okay. So as he's like flying through the air, he's already his upper torso has been blown off. His lower torso starts to like compact around itself as he like staggers. He almost like floats for a second as it like contorts, the metal contorts inwards, and then he slams against the ground.
Oh.
He's not having a great time. Oh, your amplifier's only oh, that's right, because Brandon used all your money. My bad.
Hey, how dare you? How dare you?
It'll be rectified at the end of this mission. I get the money at the end of this mission.
Yes, we have a deal. We have a deal.
We're a partnership, all right?
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, Crush can be so good if you have an amplifier
Crush
that's
can be
upgraded,
wild.
but I guess when you have no money to actually upgrade it.
She could have upgraded it. She went for different upgrades, though.
I did.
She
I did
wanted
in fact go for
more
different upgrades.
access to her edge dice instead of damaging.
No worries, that makes sense. Okay, so with
And that's
that,
gonna be
Lyra,
all that Lyra does.
perfect. We go back to Magnus.
There's an individual actively breaking in the window in the wood here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wood. You can assume that the wood actually, the wood has been
Cleared.
broken.
First.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah, 1 second.
what I'm trying to gauge is if there's an individual there, I like slide out of the way and just continue my momentum to the window. And would I be
Yeah,
able
there's
to
two.
coup de grace there? Like through
Yep,
the open
there's 2
window?
of them.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I just figure my goal is gonna be to do a thing because I can do a thing.
Yep. Go ahead and make stealth check.
Stealth check. Coming in hot. Sorry. 17 on the die. 20.
You coup de grace. Oh, wait, hold on. His buddy next to him.
So,
All right. How do you kill this guy?
yes. So,
You're basically looking at him. He's like,
yeah, the
they're
idea
getting
is
ready to
they're
come through
busting
the
in
window.
the window, and I would essentially slide up to the window and grab his arm and just reach through his chest and like give him a little heart squeeze, like the claws puncture in, and then I can. It says that I can grab him immediately afterwards. So I would like to pull him into the window.
Yeah, you're using the concealment thing.
Yes. I would
Okay.
like that to be a
Where-
swift action of the grab, and then pull him in, and then lay his body down.
Yes, I believe it says that you can make a grappling check, right? Or you immediately grapple him successfully and then can move him with concealment.
Let's see. Sorry.
That'll be in your class skills.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Boom. Killer.
Kalima.
Yeah. Your hearing. When you perform a coup de grace, you may immediately grapple the body with a free action and move it to set it down silently. In addition, moving the body is done by making a concealment check rather than an athletics skill. Finally, moving body in this way, you may use your full movement instead of only moving half.
So you've moved 15 feet. So
I
you
did.
can move another. Oh, well, actually, you can move a lot of feet. Where are you
Really,
putting the body?
I would just be pulling him and setting him down next to me. Honestly, the idea is just to facilitate grabbing and pulling him through the window.
And now I'm assuming because now the other person's aware of you, that you would be forcing a stealth check.
Yes, that's exactly what I would attempt to do.
Okay.
Did he take his minus to see me because of my active camouflage?
Oh, I'm aware.
All right. So is he?
What is
15,
the
18.
minus is 5?
It's -5, yeah.
What'd you get? 18
on my stealth.
Okay. You still remain concealed.
Okay. So that was 15, and then hold on. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And I am actually... Yeah, I'll stick it there.
18 was your stealth, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Question for my own mind.
This wooden part on the outside, was that a balcony with an elevation change?
Yeah, so there's it's like a, I don't know, like a step down. Yeah, it's not a balcony. It's like a,
It's much more shallow than I thought. Okay, not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Well, then the only thing that I would probably change is going there.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
It's your turn. These two stand up. Oops. Yeah. Kind of limp out of the way. And then Bucky. This guy right around the corner, it gets thrown in.
Whoa.
Well, time to react and dodge.
Yes, Lyra and Bucky, I need you both to...
And
10. Lyra, you needed to beat a 16.
I got 19 minus 2, so 17.
Wait.
So
Reaction?
why minus 2 on your dodge?
Because it's minus 2 for...
No, reflex skills. Is dodge a reflex skill? I don't think so. Is it?
I
Maybe.
thought it was.
I thought it was too.
It's definitely under
Let me double check.
dexterity.
Well, I know it's under dexterity, but
Yeah,
reflex
but
skills
there's
is a certain
Yeah.
grouping. I'll look it up.
reflex skills, acrobatic sleight of hand. Oh yeah, reaction dodge.
I
Okay.
got 19 minus 2.
So Bucky, you dodge out of the way. Lyra, you are taking the explosion.
Okay.
So that is going to be right leg. Apparently, all I ever am rolling tonight is right leg. In the right leg, you're gonna take 5 damage, shred 3, so 3 of your armor gets stripped. You don't. So,
I have my armor is. I've actually don't think I've ever taken damage like that before. So my armor is 3 and my health is 10, so that shreds through my armor and the health.
and you get blasted back to here and are knocked prone. And I need you to make an endurance check.
Endurance is.
That's one of your less used stats.
Above strength.
The 2.
Oh, there we are. Okay. So it says my endurance is 5. So is that 5d6?
Correct.
19.
19. You are just fine. Give me 1 second.
And your armor is no longer doing its thing.
Yep. You are no
Not
longer
body
active
part, right?
camouflaged. Yep.
Okay.
Nope, in your whole body.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's you need all of your armor intact in order to have the active camo. Okay, Bucky. I need you to make an awareness check for me.
Okay. $12.
12. Okay. Bucky, I need you to go ahead and make a dodge check. In addition to your normal -2, you're taking an additional -3 because you're unaware.
Wait. 19 minus 5, you said?
Well,
2
so
and
you
then
have
3?
the -2. Yeah, correct. Yep.
11.
11. Bucky, you are hit from behind in, believe it or not, the right leg. I only roll 2s for my dice. So, Bucky, your right leg is going to take 5 damage.
Oh, God, okay.
Yeah, your right leg's not looking so hot. Bucky, for the second shot that's coming at you, this one you are now aware of that there are people behind you, so you are just at your normal -3.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm not rolling great. That's unfortunate.
25.
Oh yeah, you definitely dodged that. Some bullets spray and hit the wall right
Wait,
next to
minus
you.
2, so that's
from-
23.
Yeah, you're alright.
Okay.
And the wall here, as the people who broke the windows in the back that you had heard have now breached. He throws in a grenade into here that explodes. And then he jumps on in. These guys start making their way towards the house. Bucky, you're up.
Okay. I'm going.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need you to make a dodge check. -5.
Okay. Alright. Triple sixes. But I did get one. So, you know. Balance. 2, 3, -5, 8, 19? No, 18.
Bucky, you are hitting the left arm as the wall on this side explodes open, and another sniper round hits your left arm for 5 damage.
Great. Cool. Love that. Can I move now? Okay.
Yes, you can. It's your turn now.
Trying to see. I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. And then I am going to actually 25. I'm gonna throw another.
Wait, don't you mean? Yeah, you have a grenade launcher that gives you a lot of extra range on your grenades. You don't need to throw them.
Well, I mean, yeah, I barely use it because he's usually very close range. Their concussion grenade.
Is there a specific here or on that guy? Okay,
click back into
sounds
my
good.
page.
This house is coming down on top of a relic.
Yeah, he's like, oh, how interesting.
Wow. This is such a great podcast. Oh, it's what?
Did you roll your? Did you roll? Sorry, Cal. Did you roll?
Please.
As Bucky just sends it, just like.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16 for heavy ballistics.
It's at 5 plus 2.
He gets out of the explosion radius, jumps out of the way. He is prone. This guy here, the room, and gets out of the explosion. Oh, this guy not so much. This guy gets hit. Or torso. So he takes 5 damage in the lower torso, and he is blown back through the wall. So let me adjust. He's blown through the wall there.
It's legit, just like a Looney Tunes shape.
As the walls collapse in that on the on either bedroom side as the concussion grenade goes off, and he is now prone. What are you doing, Bucky? Anything else?
I'd like to start making my way.
You got 5 feet.
I'm gonna move here.
Okay, perfect. Lyra, you're up and on the ground, and you're lying on the ground.
Lyra is she's gonna stand, and then this guy's prone, correct? This is one of the baddies.
Yep.
Stagger forward a bit so she's within 20 feet. And she is going to spend an edge dice and sub action to this person. So that'll be a psionics versus willpower or psionics check. That is 17.
Succeeds. What are you
I am
siphoning?
siphoning dodge. So that's going to be a minus.
It's actually a
Perfect.
Then dexterity, yes, dexterity.
So
So that's -1.
is it just 1 or is it what? It's based on your amp.
It is. It's my amplifier value divided by 2, which is 1.
Okay. Okay. So all of his rolls with dexterity take a -1, and all of your
Oh, yeah,
rolls
we
with
definitely
dexterity
do.
have a plus.
Take a
Up
plus
your
1.
amp, Gordon.
Yeah. And and then she's gonna draw
Draw your
her
pistol and fire. Did you say?
Yes.
Okay. You are at a -2 to hit because he's prone though. -1.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 5th.
I think it's your first time firing your pistol.
It is 16.
16. Hey, you got him. You got him in the. Actually, why don't you roll? Where did you get
What
him?
am I
You
rolling?
already sick.
Take all the fun away when
Yeah.
3.
Okay, that's lower torso. Pow! You shoot him in the lower torso. What? It's your pistol? Is it a revolver? No, it's just a normal pistol. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's upgraded.
It is pierce 2, damage 3.
Nice. Okay, so it's the revolver.
Yeah.
It's the single shot.
Yeah, with the simple sight.
Very good. Yep. Relic.
Yeah.
You hear boom, boom as you're like, hey.
Oh my.
Why am I down? Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming you're headed. Yeah, you don't need to measure. I'm assuming
Okay.
you're headed up, right?
Yes.
So then, Relic, at the end of next round, we're going to put you at the end of the round. At the end of the next round, you will come in, but you head up the stairs and see
Yep.
chunks of wood on fire,
Yeah,
walls collapsing, people yelling.
You're gonna have very different reviews.
Great.
Let's see here. Update combatant. Or actually, Relic, why don't you go ahead and make a reaction check?
And I. Yeah, okay. I will first make it, and then.
Oh, yeah. If you want to use powers.
Let's
That's
see
right.
here, That's 12.
just 12.
Are you gonna glean?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah, use that precognition, the first precognition ever used. Let's do it.
I'm so excited.
Can use a so sub action and edge dice. Come on, don't leave me now. There we go. To gain 1 times my psionic amplifier value to reaction check. So that is 4. That's an additional 4 to it.
Nice. So 16.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So you'll actually be acting right after Magnus. And as you get to the top of the stairs,
Yep.
you haven't quite peeked out, but you can kind of see Bucky, and you have this premonition. And you see somebody outside squeeze a trigger, and a rocket come through this window.
Oh shit.
And that's where we will end tonight's session.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone.
Perfect.
For joining us.
Oh, that is really. Oh, that's so bad. All right, making
I
a
love that.
rocket in window. Oh,
A
man.
rock? I don't even have rockets. I want rockets.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
My
man.
friends,
it
we're all
together,
gonna
bud.
get to experience an anti-infantry rocket, okay?
This will be great.
Learning
This will
time.
be great. This will be really good.
Or anti-personnel.
I love
That's what it
this
Yeah,
game.
interpersonal.
Yay!
is.
It's so fun, and I love playing with my friends.
You are again in like the best position to survive these things. Like you are.
Literally
very
taking an
true.
assault rifle and a sniper rifle in your right leg, and it still hasn't broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, still, we're at 2 armor in that leg.
Uh-huh.
I'm still
Wow.
alive.
Shogun was a very nice gift.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
12 armor per slot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a freaking
That's
meatball.
wild.
And then on top of that, I think because of the system, like the cyber system I now have, I have 12 HP in my upper torso. So
You're as tanky
Oh
as
yeah, because of
Gordon
the
Cog.
it's part of the
Yeah.
Keg.
the neural port, all that sort of stuff.
Alright.
Jamie also loved seeing you use Siphon, loved seeing
Yeah.
Relic
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
Gleam.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
We're
would
getting
not
new
have had
stuff.
that premonition, Connor, had you not used
I
Gleam.
figured.
It
I
was
was
'cause
like,
you
oh,
did.
we gotta do Gleam. We gotta do Gleam. The precog is so cool. What a cool treat. I love it.
Yeah. Any closing remarks before we all sign off?
That was
none for
fun.
me. It's been a blast.
I'm in danger.
Me
I'm in
too.
All y'all. Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. This is House of Eidolons. We will come back to continue the showdown in Arizona House and figure out next steps. But a lot of good juicy tidbits, and we'll see where things go.
Well,
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Y'all take care.
Have a good night.
see you guys.